Hello, Bruno. What was that you just said just before we started the countdown?
I was saying it was so nice to be back in the hizzle, and that I had some jizz on my shirt, but I
Oh,
wiped it because I
jizz. Yeah, that's the part I
jizz.
caught.
Well, at
Hello.
least you weren't taking a shit while jizzing on your shirt this week, kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not on
So-
camera this time. But
Yeah, it's not on
sure,
camera.
let's go with it. What's up,
So, yeah.
lads? Lads. Okay.
It was actually my fault that we were late this week because
Mm.
it was my brother's birthday, so I had to rush back.
Oh my God.
And
Fucking O'Regan prioritizing family over a life.
How dare he be born like?
Since when? How is that fair? Oh, I'm sorry. I have family, and it's their birthday. Dick.
I didn't even ask for him. Like, to be fair.
His
Nice.
brother's awesome, though. You should meet him.
No,
I'm sure I will.
But yeah,
Whenever the
mightn't
premiere for the.
you mightn't because he's heading to Australia in a few weeks. So
No fucking way, man, yeah?
yeah, working.
Should what's that like for like
You're not
12
foreign
months or just
concept,
see how it goes?
You missed that, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
I probably shouldn't repeat it. But,
Yeah, fuck it, look, you can. I've got an egg with a unicorn.
Okay, so yeah, hello everybody in the chat. How are you?
Welcome back, Tubbs. Welcome back, guys.
As you can see, the two sick motherfuckers are back this week. Tubbs had
I am no
Bruno
longer
had
infectious
stuff
of
that needs to come
COVID.
out.
That's great.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had stuff coming out of my pee hole, which shouldn't have come out of my pee hole.
Didn't have to tell them that much, like, but yeah, pee hole stuff.
Yeah, pee hole stuff. That's all you need to know. Pee hole
So
stuff.
yeah, this was me making my excuses. 2 months, guys.
When was that last week?
Seriously though, welcome back, both of you.
No, man,
And,
it is so fucking good to be fucking back after last week's madness, man.
Let's
Great
have some fun. Damien says, evening all. If Bruno's in the house tonight, I hope he can share a few of his goodies.
Story, Damien.
Yeah, give me just a second, mate.
Pee hole stuff.
Oh,
And also, actually, Damien, nice one for all the likes on the Instagram pics, man. Really appreciate it.
And he does say as well, Brian just sent a pic to your Instagram correcting my mistake regarding Leech Staction. Indeed, it was 200x. Still nice to reference them all the same. He didn't really make a mistake though. We didn't really decide what it was, so I will take a look at that now. But where am I? Ah, yes, the thing you tagged me in. Very cool. But yeah. So, Jono, my good friend. Good evening, Brian, Tubbs, Damien, and chat.
Sorry, buddy.
Welcome to the chat, my friend. Mick Holland says, "Meow to the chicken, death by doggies, and unleash the dwarf upon his Shetland pony."
Dude, Mick, I don't know how much fucking energy I'm going to have, man. I'm still fucking tired as fuck from that whole COVID fucking episode. Like,
So,
all I'm hearing
Bruno,
is excuses.
Bruno, you missed it a few weeks ago. We said Tubbs has a Shetland pony, and he said there actually is Shetland ponies near him. So
yeah, my mate actually owns one. Yeah.
Really?
I was actually funny story. We were going over grabbing shopping yesterday, and we were passing by the Brian knows it, like by the stadium that's out by me, the Thomond Stadium,
Park, rugby stadium, yeah.
And my mate is in this field, like literally the road is here and the field is here, and he is fucking, I mean, jocking that fucking horse around that field, like, I mean, he's getting ready for fucking racing, man, nationals and shit, like.
Serious?
Wow.
Yeah. He breeds fucking
Is
horses,
it
man.
the Dwarf Olympics?
Yeah, the fucking Dwarf Olympics, man, you know?
The Dwarf Olympics.
Fuck my league, man.
Because you said he breeds horses.
He breeds them, dude. Yeah. I mean, fucking obviously he fucking doesn't keep them all because he's...
Cheap joke, don't do it.
No,
he fucking would... I mean, he fucking rides them, like, proper fucking in and out job, like.
Does he jack him off as well?
There's one out there that has like a pikey haircut and everything, like. I'm joking. He fucking kills me.
Like,
wants to buy his Papa caravan.
That's going to get us
anyway.
But, that's just everybody saying hello.
Hello.
Damien says, no more of my speech bubble in need accent. Welcome back, Bruno, Tubbs, and all. Evening, Jonathan.
Thank
James,
you, buddy.
How are you, my friend? Howdy to you too. Connor, how's ya? Connor? How are you getting on, buddy?
How you fucking doing, Connor?
Tubbs, you actually sound like a leprechaun when you try to do the dub accent.
I fucking do. Top of the morning to you,
leprechaun.
fucking nasty little fucker, yeah.
Jono says, stuff coming out of where it shouldn't be, Bruno. Guess you really didn't have a fun holiday.
No, I know. Well, at least it wasn't stuff going in to where it shouldn't be.
Yeah,
Well,
it was just all coming out.
But didn't you have
kind
to
of.
put things in to get things out?
I mean, yeah, that's how I could afford it. I mean, drug mule and all. So yeah, totally worth
Nick
it.
says, hi, James. Damien, feel free to do the same. If you like pigs or not tubs, I only want world domination. We're not asking for much.
Oh,
to
we
be fair.
fucking want Damien. It's all any of us ever want.
Yeah,
You know?
I
Just
definitely want
say
world
hello.
domination.
And Mick, tubs.
Aye. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Or hear you. Or chat to you.
Mick,
Whatever
no more
fucking way this
dwarf
works,
jokes,
you
I'm
know?
afraid. Otherwise, Peter Dinklage will kick the shit out of Brian.
Speaking
Well,
of Peter
I have to
Dinklage, did you
try.
see he's fucking ranked about fucking Disney Plus's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs?
And apparently,
Oh
there's a lot of
yes, I
dwarf
did.
actors pissed off about it as well.
Yeah, apparently he's putting people out of work now because he thinks it's a backwards move to make them dwarfs in the movie.
No, I thought wasn't the whole point of his rant that they were in caves as opposed to living in a
Oh, I don't
house
know
or
what it
something?
was, but fucking yeah, it's backwards, man. Fucking buddy, I hate to break it to you, like I mean, fucking, I'm not a fucking actual dwarf. I'm of short, like vertical fucking height. But
You're one of those pretend dwarfs.
it's what I say about this, man.
You're
It's the
the
fucking
type of dwarf
story.
that is wrong. Okay, there you go.
Am I right or am I wrong, though, Bruno? Am I right or am I wrong? Are there fucking dwarfs in fucking Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? It's in the
They're all
fucking title.
Well, it's in
so
the title, like,
I don't think that was the whole beef with it. Like I remember seeing it. So this is it. So you're progressive in one way, but you're still making that backward story of seven dwarfs living in the cave. Have I done nothing to advance the cause from my soapbox? So I think that's really like his big thing. It's about
I
them
have to
living in
actually
caves.
ask first, though. He thinks Disney's progressive?
I mean,
Huh.
I mean, they're trying to be like, and that's why band
Yeah.
boys rage over
Trying and failing miserably, kid.
casting and diversity and all that crap. But anyway, that's
Yeah.
a long conversation.
Well, at least he didn't Josh Whedon his fucking career. That's all I'd say. Yeah.
or Mason Mounted. Anyway, next.
Oh man,
Um,
did any
He
of you
hasn't done
fucking read
anything,
that
has he?
interview? By the way,
huh?
did any of you actually read his interview, Josh Whedon?
Mason Mount. Fuck me. I meant Greenwood. Fuck.
He literally, like Brian, tell me if I'm wrong here, right? He literally, Bruno, sat down and volunteered to kill his own career.
As Mick Leonard showed in his podcast last week, Joss Whedon, ever loving prick.
What? I mean, oh man, so like, I mean, I
fucked
said
it,
go
boys.
check it out just to see some of the shit he said. Like,
Oh
what
really?
a fucking asshole! Like,
Really?
So-
Give us
Yeah.
some beats.
I wanna
but he
say-
basically he was talking about the Justice League thing, and he was on about like fucking Ray Fisher being like what was the
He's
word
not a
he was
good actor,
bringing?
he said.
He was basically flat out told him he was a shit actor, and this is why he cut his scenes. And then people were kind of going like he was fucking the best part of the fucking Justice League when it got re-released. He was fucking phenomenal in that. And then he was talking about like fucking fucking Gal Gadot and fucking and saying all about like
Oh.
English isn't her first language and all this kind of stuff. And she hit back on Twitter then and she was like, I understood everything perfectly, like what that he said. Like what a prick! Like he basically dug his own grave, like, and did it
Fucking
himself. He wasn't
He's
even
an
coaxed into it, like.
Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
He's come a
Oh.
long way from the Avengers, that's for sure. Well, you done fucked up.
I mean, like fucking Buffy and all the crazy shit that he's done, and then he decides like 2020 is the year I'm gonna like say goodbye to it.
I'm gonna
he
bring
wasn't
it up
allowed
again
to
in
be
a while,
alone
but,
with what was her name? Was it Michelle Trachtenberg or whatever it was? He wasn't allowed to be in a room alone with her.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
the sister, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, is that not overblown? Like, because that should be like the
No,
policy for
dude,
anybody.
he mentions it in the article. Like he talks about it openly in the article, like himself. You're kind of going like, are you seriously telling people that like this was fucking true and it was debunked years ago, and you're actually saying this shit's true now? Like yourself coming out of his own fucking man. Like literally, someone handed him a gun and was like, look, there's bullets in that, but you shouldn't aim it at your face. He was like, I fucking will,
Right. I'm putting the fuck down. We're 10 minutes in.
Okay, he's moderating right now. He's
So-
putting the least.
Before we go any
Oh,
further,
all right,
I think
all right,
we
all
will
right.
discuss that anyway in a while. But I want to get through everyone's comments, get down to the bottom of the comments before they go uncontrollable. Yeah, James, just everyone say hello. Damien, stop trying to trigger me. Mick Leonard, evening all. I saw you in the chat,
Hey,
that's
Mick.
why I mentioned your name a few minutes ago. Evening. Yeah, it's called
Okay.
beer, Brian. Shut up, Mick. Hi, Mick. Hi, Mick. We aim to please at Connor Fuller.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, everyone's saying hello. Little
Hey.
People Clubs, you are one of the little people. He is.
I am. So I
Um,
should have a say in that whole conversation, but I don't fucking care. They're dwarves. They should be in a cave. Not
like if I-
because they're dwarves. It's just the story warrants it.
Dwarves should be in a cave. All right. Hidden away from society.
Jonathan says Hornswoggle is super pissed at Dinklage. That's the one I saw, the former
Yeah.
wrestler Hornswoggle. I wasn't wondering if you meant Mason Bruno.
No,
in
I meant
Mason
Mason Greenwood. Fuck's sake, I completely
Oh.
bottled that.
Yeah,
My
but you
bad.
said Mount. You didn't say
I know. No, I said Mounts. I said fucking Mason Mounts. Who's like, there's
the
no
Chelsea
issues.
player, yeah. But Mick
I
says put
fucking
him in the
Put him in
bin.
the bin.
I think he's on about Whedon though.
Oh, yeah,
Mason
I
Mount is
just
the
love that
safest
phrase.
footballer ever, probably.
There you go.
Gail Gadot, her English is no good, Josh.
Yeah.
No one was
Like,
allowed
I
to be
mean,
alone
but
with
Bruno,
Trachtenberg, to be fair. That's what I was saying.
the
Always no
crazy
one.
thing about
14-year-old,
is, but even though the lads are joking like about Joel, how they're saying things about this interview, like these are legit things that were said. So it's well worth going checking out, man.
I'm gonna have a look, but to be honest, I don't know. Seeing fuckwits talk, I have no interest. Although I like us.
Me
Oh,
and
yeah.
you need to
Can I
talk.
ask Damien? Does Damien actually mean? Damien mean the figures from the Batman movie, the new Batman movie?
They're fucking
Okay, so
horrendous.
Tubbs, me and you need to talk with Brian's permission regarding the Batman figures from McFarlane later, though, fellow DC fan.
Yeah,
I'm
we can
glad
do
you
that.
asked
I'll tell
for
you
that.
hands down, I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of any of the figures from that entire line. It's looking really bad.
Yep.
And,
I
Fucking
do
and we'll
like
talk
Pinwing.
about the McFarlane
Let's put it that
Sci-Guy
way,
thing
sir.
as well, because that thing's fucking
I
getting a lot of fucking run at the moment.
haven't seen Penguin, but you know, just a very quick rant on that. We'll probably talk about this later on. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Why is McFarlane including figures, alternative figures, one without like a mask and one with the mask,
I think
as
there's
opposed
a
to just
much bigger problem to talk about with McFarlane in a while, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, but
really?
I do agree with what Bruno's saying. Is like you see the
I
Marvel
agree with
figures
you
and
on
stuff,
that,
they're
though.
selling them with like second
They've
heads
done
and
that
things.
for a
Like,
while, though.
it's just
Yeah.
basically more money, Bruno.
Of course it is, but this is the thing. In this day and age where everybody's talking about waste, this motherfucker's going and just like giving twice the like you have to buy 2 figures. It's just a fucking waste just to get a head or not. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
they
just
do look bad, Jonathan.
Yeah, they do. I
Yeah,
agree,
and then
man.
Brian can get the picks for later. Thanks. So before we go any further, like there is a lot of stuff like that to discuss. I know you have a show and tell, Bruno. Tubbs, have you got one?
Yeah, I actually have, yeah.
Okay.
And it's not Blu-rays this time. Bruno,
what?
you
I'll
missed
go
my
first. I've only
my
got one
haul of
thing this
Blu-rays
week.
the last time, man.
did you? Nice.
Yeah, I was left alone in
nice that I
town,
missed it.
but I was left
That was
alone in town for like a half an hour, 10 hour, and fucking and fucking I ended up how was it 15, 16 Blu-rays, Brian? It was ridiculous, like it was ridiculous. But I have figures this week.
Okay, so I'll go first. I've only one thing.
Yeah,
So
cool.
My show and tell is if I can get it all in frame.
There you go.
This
Bit more.
motherfucker,
Finally
Look how
fucking got him. I'm delighted for you, buddy.
big he is.
he's fucking.
I have
awesome.
6. If anybody wants one, send me a message. I'll be selling them at scalper prices. Very, very cheap.
Only the best eBay prices from Bruno.
Only the best eBay prices. Absolutely.
But,
And you
yeah,
still
I'll be
have
getting the rest.
50s. Oh no.
He's big, he's awkward, and he's cool. So yeah.
But
It looks
I'm
fucking
happy you got it because you actually wanted that one for a while, right?
So where I got it was, if you're wondering, I bought it from Dark Side Toys. In the US, there was no customs fees because they marked it down in value, which was awesome of them. And I think
Ooh,
it
Brian,
ended up costing me about 45 or so euro, including postage, which is really, really good considering the prices they're going up and everything now. So yeah. Tubbs.
Oh no, I want to find out what Bruno's fucking
What did you
reaction
say?
is first.
You shouldn't have said about the marking down. Anyway, next.
I don't care. Fuck that.
No, it's more because of them. Because they'll do anyway.
Yeah, but we have figured out that is a thing. You gotta fucking send something marked down in price for it to fucking get through the fucking
Yeah, I
custom
don't think they'll be watching this.
thing.
No, I said.
And if they are, fuck them.
No, Tubbs. No. And yeah,
Am I
What
not allowed
Jonathan
to
said
say
is
that?
right.
What?
What Jonathan said is right. Customs only seem to be hitting stuff from the UK. I think that's
really?
because I explained this to Tubbs the other day. I think what we're getting from the UK is VAT tax. It's not actually import charges. So when we buy stuff from China or America, it's only regular import taxes. I think I could be wrong. So Tubbs, show
Oh,
us what you got.
hey. I actually have two. One is boxed. This bad boy here.
That's Bizarro, is it?
It's Bizarro, yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, I like him. He's fucking decent.
Oh.
Let's see if you can see him,
DC.
yeah. He's a pretty decent fucking version, like, you know.
pretty
I actually
decent.
was really fucking happy about that one. But I started taking as Brian, because Brian actually showed someone his last week's Monday Madness or Monday show, which is this motherfucker here.
Oh,
Very
is
nice.
that's McFarlane as well, right?
That's McFarlane, yeah, but like I actually fucking
not
took
bad,
him out.
actually.
He
No.
actually isn't bad. I mean, fucking like right up close. Look.
Oh yeah, the camera quality is a bit. Can you put your
Yeah,
hand
it's a
behind
bit
it?
shit
Tubbs?
on it.
Put your-
Yeah,
put your hand-
but yeah, he's not
hand
actually
behind
that
it so
bad. I mean, he's actually fucking pretty good. Like, but I did some photography with him actually as well, and fucking put it on Instagram, and he's actually fucking
Nice.
pretty solid
Tubbs
figure, man.
was featured in last week's Monday showcase.
Nice.
Yes, I was. But yeah, I was saying to Brian, I'm always talking about fucking, I should try that fucking photography thing, with the action figures. So my plan is when I start rebranding the YouTube channel, I'm gonna just like take every single figure I have upstairs or whatever out of all the boxes,
Yeah,
and I'm just gonna
absolutely.
start fucking taking
Baby.
Yeah,
a
fuck yeah,
rake
you
of
should
fucking
totally-
photographs, man.
You should fucking do that. Like, I
Yeah.
absolutely love toy photography, and I don't have the time or now the patience really to do it as much. But I think once you get your setup, and so one of the toy reviews that I really liked was the Amazing, because he always includes all of the like shots at the end. I'm like, yeah, that's a really nice way to put that figure in.
Yeah, that's the way I do it as well.
Yeah, exactly. So
I was,
And
he was my kind of inspiration.
yeah, but
and,
I
and
really
as you even
appreciate
said it,
stuff
me and
like
Brian had a conversation, Bruno, about it. And I think it's everything. It's like filmmaking. It's everything. It's fucking in it. Lighting, man, is just the fucking alternate fucking key to this shit. Like,
Yeah,
So I'm
100%.
fucking around with the Deathstroke I bought ages back.
Very good.
But I'm looking around to try to see if I can do some kind of like light painting with lights.
But you need to
but
have
like-
increased exposure to actually.
Yeah, just bleed some kind of red and blue light on the figure and things like that. And I'm gonna fuck around with some stuff like that, like to see if I can kind of come up with some stuff. And I've seen some cool stuff with like used
have a
with
proper camera
vape
for
and
that, mate?
smoke. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Proper camera and everything. Yeah.
Nice.
Bruno,
so-
what's your 15 worst movies you've ever seen?
As I said before, man, my biggest issue is I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. So this is why I always end up doing all of this shit, like constantly doing something that's different.
Good.
One day I'll
it's
fucking stick.
Brexit
No,
revenge.
It doesn't matter. So I think it's a great way, and you know what? You can talk about people who take a lot of time to craft their art, and really get stuck into it. But at the same time, and this is me being a bit from like the premium side, try a bit of fucking everything. Like, be a bit of a renaissance man, and whatever the fuck you like, you might eventually fall in love really with doing this one particular thing, and that might be your thing, man. So I'm all for you. I'm all for anyone trying everything a lot of different times. Fuck it. That's the whole point
Get
of
the
life.
madness out of your brain, Tubbs.
Yeah, because I mean, as Brian will tell you, Bruno, a funny fucking thing about it is, and I think that's what lockdown and fucking the pandemic kind of did to people as well. It kind of locked them up for a while and kind of gave them time to breathe and kind of think about like, oh wait, I actually like these things. I started enjoying vlogging of all things. Like
Really?
just like when in December I climbed that mountain I was showing you, fucking, and I vlogged the entire experience. I fucking
It was a
Mountain.
molehill. It was a molehill, Tubbs. Come on.
It was a fucking 1,700-foot fucking hill that I was not equipped to fucking climb, my friend, is what it was.
You were walking with the ants. Don't lie to us.
Like I looked it up afterwards, and me and my brother, because we're looking up
ladder for the bigger rocks.
in closer to the summer when the weather gets better. Like we're looking up to go kind of climb a few more mountains around Ireland, and But when we looked up the one that we actually climbed, it was twice the size of the one we were originally supposed to climb.
Only
Yeah.
you could go climb a mountain and climb the wrong one.
Climb the wrong one and go higher. Like, this is it. Climb the wrong fucking mountain and end up higher. In
You know what's funny?
December of all
He
things.
probably got to the top and he's like, if we're on this mountain, why are we seeing the mountain that we
No,
should?
the crazy thing and what I learned was, right,
Dean
climbing mountains, and Brian will tell you this because you're probably the same over in the UK as well, weather-wise. But climbing mountains in December in Ireland,
Not a good idea.
you won't see anything.
Well,
Like,
it's all fogged up and shit. Yeah,
it's fucking cloud and it's rain, it's fog everywhere. Oh man, the footage I have, because I mean, as I said to Brian, is I'm rebranding the channel soon, so all of those videos will be going up.
nice.
So I will be putting up those videos as kind of like vlog edits and stuff, like, you know. So you'll get to see how high we were up and fucking kind of how insanely fucking intense the weather was the day we went there. Like,
I think the next time you go, Tubbs, bring some toys with you and take some pictures in the mountains.
do you know
That would
something?
be- that'd be
My
sick.
plan, that is my plan, because as I said to Brian, obviously I've said this to Brian before, I do feel, I mean, not just me, like the rest of the fucking world, I do feel like we kind of all lost a year or two in the process of the world and how time was, you know, and there's a lot of fucking kind of time to make up now and do things. So I do plan on doing a lot more photography and vlogging the process of it, you know, the comic art and everything that I'm doing. I'm going to try and jump on a few sets as well this year and try and hit the number 50 before the year ends. I'm not fucking far off it, Brian, either, man. I'm on 46. I clocked it the other night. I have 4 more films to go, Bruno.
4 more
Bruno.
films. Yes.
Have you a show and tell? Sorry.
So I
Sorry,
do.
buddy.
I don't have the big epic show and tell for obvious reasons. Like there's way too many fucking toys, dude. One of them is the Goliath. I have some Super 7 stuff. I have some Dragon Ball figure arts. Honestly, they're still in the fucking box because like fucking space. I do have some figures though. I did get this bad boy from Kapow Toys. Oh,
Oh,
there you
nice!
go.
I got him last week.
He's so fucking like this is the Doctor Strange I think everybody wanted. Like this to me is the classic version.
Jeremy.
I did get something else. I know there's one person in the groups who goes fucking ape shit over that, and that's Nikki Coleman. But I got Vapor
Ooh.
Hoods.
Oh
Wow.
yes, this is the Mezco one you were telling me about before.
Yeah, you know what? I have no attachment to the character because well, actually, I
You
think
just thought he
this-
was a cool looking toy, basically.
Yes, exactly. And you know what? It's one of those
The
toys
toy
that I
ethic,
bought when I
think
was
they
like,
call it.
fuck it. It doesn't have to have a story behind it. I don't need. I just think it looks cool. But I
like,
did get something. I'll go
I
on.
will say though, before you go on, like when we were kids, the toys didn't need stories. You made up your own stories.
Exactly.
That's the fucking thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember buying this toy in Toys R Us. I had no fucking idea what it was. It was like this little pharaoh, like a Toy Biz, only has like 5 points off articulation. And I just remember thinking, I don't care about the backstory. I know that this is some dude made of sand or stone or whatever it is, but he looks fucking badass. Bought him. And it's still one of the toys which, despite not knowing any of the background, I still think is cool. So
To be fair,
last-
I've done that with comic books, Bruno. I've
you
literally
go.
bought like comic books for the art style. I thought like, oh,
For the
that's a
cover,
wicked
yeah.
art style. I really enjoy that. And no idea what the comic's about or the lore or anything behind it. But I have actually got comics here that I've genuinely bought for just because the art styles are fucking cool.
I have done that for. So there is a friend. So there's a Superman Batman number 7 from Panini, which is a French comic distributor.
This
And they
is a
had-
UK distributor.
Well, but they also had it for France. And
Oh, alright.
there's an artist named Gabriel Delotto who did the exclusive art for it. I fucking love the art so much. I bought as many copies as I could of the fuck because I fucking love it. I'll share a picture.
I did it as well with this.
Actually, fuck it. Let me just do this very quickly, Brian.
No one can see
Some
you.
guy,
Tom.
right?
Bruno's on.
No, nobody can see you, dude. So
Which,
this
oh no,
is
this one here. It's Star Wars.
No one can see you, Tubbs. You're on this. You're on.
nobody can see you,
Bruno.
dude.
Okay, sorry.
Oh,
I'll show you in a minute.
This is the comic book cover.
Oh, very,
And
very
in hand-
Oh
nice.
wow.
It's fucking beautiful. I absolutely love
There we go.
love this comic book cover, man. And I have no attachment to the story. I have no fucking clue what's happening, and I don't care to. I just I loved the art on that cover.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah, I went for it.
class.
I do have one more figure to show, although he's not in the box. He's been opened and well displayed, and I already have him posed. And that's the
Even better.
Sentinel Into the
Oh
Spider-Verse
yes,
Spider-Man.
yeah. You were
Oh
showing me
wow.
this guy too.
He is fucking
Beautiful.
amazing. So here's the thing. Um, what Sentinel actually did, they included a lower torso and even a hip joint so that you could make this between Peter B. Parker or just the blonde Peter Parker. So
Okay,
he
right, right.
actually has a flat stomach, and actually, honestly, this to me has now become like the ultimate comic book Spider-Man figure. It's just
Yeah, it looks class. Has to be said. Like
And
like
where
all you
this,
need
and
now
who
is a
makes
proper
them
Peter
again?
Parker head.
yeah. What? Sorry.
I
I
say
said all you
who
need now
actually
is a
makes
proper.
them?
Whoop,
Okay, one at a time. Hold on.
Sorry.
Okay, but somebody go on.
Tubbs, go on.
No, I was just literally asking like who makes that figure like.
So this is a company called Sentinel. They also did my favorite Miles. So Miles Morales into the Spider Verse figure. So the Mafex one is good. I actually moved the Mafex one upstairs now. But there's just something really special about this Miles. Like Brian has probably heard me rant on about this toy so many fucking
Yup.
times now. Yep, and one more time, Brian. One more time. So this Miles is fantastic, and obviously then I have Mafex Gwen here, just in a very strippery pose, but she is jumping, and
I didn't
there
think
is
that
kind
when you
of a
brought.
display that was going on. It's like Peter and then Miles and then her jumping over them.
Of course, you would
Anyway,
And
go there,
what's the
like.
price tag on those? But
so here's the
Whoop.
thing: the Sentinel Spider-Man was not cheap. It was 120 pounds, but it does have a big diorama like gargoyle head. Sentinel Peter Parker. Um, but let me just bring it up the picture very quickly, Brian. Sorry.
No, you're fine, dude. Take time. Take your time.
Where is it? Where
Also, hello
are
to
you?
everyone in the chat. I'm going to get your chat in a few minutes after this section. Not forgetting about you.
There you go. Right. So I'm just gonna share. So this is the. This is him.
There
So
we
you
go.
get two heads, you get some sunglasses, a mug, a newspaper, and like I said, you can have him with the punch, like from Peter B. Parker, or you can also just have him like flat, which is what I have him as, and you also get this massive fucking gargoyle to go with him.
That is really cool.
that's fucking
So
cool.
yeah,
And you can
and
work that with a lot of figures. It's
oh, mate,
You see,
it's
I'd be
fantastic.
willing to pay that, man, because that's one thing I really do want is I want a really fucking decent Spider-Man figure.
I think to me this is the best Spider-Man figure we've
Yeah.
had, even better than the Mafex one. So the
Mm.
Mafex Spider-Man figure is amazing, like Mafex 75, and
see what you did there. Amazing.
yes. So whilst this is a great figure, it's also super brittle, and so many people have unfortunately had problems with riscs breaking, and he's so expensive now to find.
Mm.
Um, whereas the Sentinel Peter Parker, one, he's proper cartoony, and mate, he is solid. I fuck around with this all day. Like I keep playing with this whilst it's on my desk.
You
And
see, that's my problem with Mayfix stuff and more higher end stuff. Like, I know I buy the Star Mortal Kombat stuff, but that goes
yeah, but
into
they solid as
it goes
fuck,
into
man.
a default though after a while, and it's on display. But like something like Spider Man, I want to mess around with, it, and
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want to break something that's
No, that
unreplaceable.
amount of money, absolutely. And but that's why. So even this Mafex Miles, the amount of times I've put him in like weird poses and things like that. I'm
Mm.
just on calls talking to people and I'm just messing around with him, and I could never do that with the Mafex Miles because whilst he is more accurate to the look, he also just feels a bit more brittle.
Yeah.
Because of
So
how accurate they've gone. So anyway,
so
that's my show and tell.
let's catch up with the the crack in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
will I
the
just show Bruno this rightly quick while you're going through
go
that?
on, fire away.
The book I was telling you about the art style, the Star Wars one. But it's basically this guy does movies. He does like all the Star Wars movies, like A New Hope and things like that. But then it's like it's just this art style. Then he's completely just like done his own art style in the book. Like fucking, see if we can get you a good one. like all this kind of stuff here. Like it's completely fucking hand drawn and everything. But he does like Alien. He does Alien, and he's done a fucking few. They're all on. You can get them all on Amazon. They're all about $7 each. But they're really fucking
really
cool.
cool.
It's really different style to the Star Wars kind of drawing style, and everything else. It's just his own. It's very much his own kind of style turned into comic, which I thought was pretty fucking cool. I was going, oh man, you could take a movie and turn it into your own fucking like version, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan says about the taxes, whatever. US or China has no problem. UK is fuck you, pay me. Damien says, speaking about your Bizarro tubs, he says he is my favorite McFarlane figure so far. How do you rate Bizarro's entrance in Superman and Lois?
I haven't seen it yet. I know he's showed up, but I haven't actually got onto that episode yet, dude. So I'm very much looking forward, because I have heard a few things that they're doing in season 2, and I absolutely loved season 1 of Superman and Lois. I thought as CW shows go, it's up there as one of the best. Like, you know what I mean?
I know I'm going a bit off kilter here, but I did see a clip on YouTube of him rescuing like a submarine or something. And I thought, oh, that doesn't look very CW. I may watch this in the future.
You see, this is why, man, because it's a lot of people have said that because a lot of people say that about the CW shows like Supergirl and Joe Legends Tomorrow and all that kind of stuff.
For.
The Belantiverse has a very, what's the best way to put it? It's a very own niche delivery on how those shows are.
Dawson's.
All the shows kind of seem very similar, even though they're all different. But they do. The Belantiverse is very much that thing. It's you're watching a Belantiverse CW show. With the new Superman and Lois, it's not really done like that, man. It's kind of like a blend of Man of Steel and Smallville, and it really does seem like a very different thing. You don't feel like you're watching a show attached to the CW, which is good.
Tom Green says, need some decent dioramas to take pics. Winky face.
Yeah, because he does make some sick fucking dioramas.
Mick says, in terms of presentation, The Amazing is one of the best on YouTube. Yeah, he is one of the best, if not the best. Maybe not the 100% best, but his pictures are insane. The one he does at the end of every review.
Is that the guy that does? Is that the guy that uses he's using firecrackers and all this crazy shit to make?
No. I know who you're thinking. No, you might see that.
I know the guy you're on about as well.
Yeah, no, that's not him.
Roland's reviews. Tez says, hello there, fresh from the Monkey Lizard. How are you doing, Tez?
Hey, dude.
Mick Leonard says, love Infinity Scotcho figure art on Insta. Definitely gonna have to check that out. Action figure, hold on, wait. Infinity action figure art. I was like, Scotcho? What the fuck is that?
I love this show, man, because we learn things as much as the fucking audience do, you know?
Tom says, in all seriousness, though, take as many pics as you can, however you can, and just have fun with it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mess about with it and don't break your figures, whatever you do.
Yeah, just have fun.
Johnny says, a lot of toy photographers on Twitter also have behind the scenes setting up shots. Crazy how to do it. I definitely recommend checking out the group on Facebook, Articulated Comic Book Art, for looking up some cool pictures and stuff. It's amazing. Ireland known worldwide for its mountains.
It's fucking mountains are everywhere, Jonathan.
Death traps. Roland's review says, I out Mr. Redmond. We have no mountains in Shetland, but plenty of high clips tubs. Love to visit Ireland someday. Do come for the Guinness. Stay for the
fucking
women.
Come over, man. Ireland's a good fucking spot, man, when it's not fucking being pillaged and robbed and all out. I have no fucking clue, dude. You know, my brain leaks sometimes, and it's my own fault when it does.
Mick says, looking well for 50 tubs.
I know, man. I'm not doing too shabby now. You fucking cunt.
Am I right?
I'm about a decade off, but thank you, though.
You here. Jonathan says, Damien, we have what we call big heels over here for normal sized people. Oh, Connor, I know the odds, right?
Oh, it's good to be back in the land of fuck you tubs, right?
And everyone's stepping on you.
That's my name for this next week's one. Ted says it must be in the stars.
And don't think I didn't catch that small joke there, Bruno, by the way.
Sorry.
Oh
I'm so
wow.
sorry. Not really.
When I see that Doctor Strange, I can only hope classic villain Count Nefaria gets on Hasbro radar. Yeah,
Yes.
it's amazing they haven't made him so far. He's big enough villain. I know he's obscure-ish. Like I know who he is. Bruno knows who he is. I don't know
to be
you.
fair, the only reason I know about him is because of X-Men number 94.
Isn't he like the head of the Magia or something like that in
Something
the
like that.
comics?
And man, the internet has gone mental with the fucking whole Doctor Strange thing as well. Like,
Don't mention it. We're not going to do spoilers here. Tubbs just happens to need a Sherpa for getting up and down the stairs.
no, man, I'm pretty fucking limber, man. I can fucking climb the banister. That's how I get up the stairs.
Shabby, how are you? How's the move going, my friend?
Hey,
Damien, we
Shabby.
have Marlins. We have Marlins here in Shetland Heights. Is 1,428 feet at John Redmond. Shabby, it's you.
Or 1,428 tubs.
I just asked my fucking mate to let me borrow his fucking Shetland as I go gallop up those mountains.
Connor says, remember buying albums from magazine recommendations? Yeah, I used to buy video game magazines and buy games from that.
Yeah, man. I'm pretty sure I still have fucking like PlayStation fucking magazines with the old PS2 fucking demo discs. Do you remember those?
Mr. Taves.
Fucking crazy shit, man.
Make it big.
Okay, fine.
Oh, such innuendo. We can't make tubs any bigger, unfortunately.
Well, I was gonna like grab my penis and just try and make it as big as I could there, like, but it's all good.
Buying Sentinel, Bruno. I'm booting you from the Mafix group.
Hey, fucking finally. I love you, Tom.
37, how are you, my friend? Smell it. Connor says the tiny. I thought it was a Tubbs joke. Tiny coffee cup nearly sold me alone in that figure. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Hey, Jilster. Manga Fandanga. Simon, how are you, my friend? And just more people saying hello. See. And no, I'm not saying that. You never walk alone. Ew.
Never walk alone, you
Tip of the cap site.
I do believe Chelsea beat them, right?
His colours do pop. Tubbs, you don't follow football. Don't be lying.
I followed enough to know the result, didn't I?
Successful team and goes along with it.
Yeah, man, I'm a Chelsea fan since I was young, but I haven't watched football in about 2 years.
Jonathan says that gargoyle could be bolted to the wall too. I think that might be what I do with him because he's so difficult to stand up.
I think
Vern, how are you?
The gargoyle from the Sentinel toys.
Probably.
I mean, you could probably bolt him as well to the wall. Probably just the once.
Jilster says, great looking Spidey.
Yeah.
Some people in the chat, that's actually a mini comic. And Volker Studio says the drawing style is fantastic.
Which comic? The one I showed you? Motherfuckers. Yeah, it is. It's very fucking good.
He's on about the one that Bruno put up, though, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, I got lost in the translation of comics. And so.
Evening, Vern. Connor. Thank you, everyone, for dropping in. Lots of new faces.
Yeah, thanks a lot for being here, guys. And listening to
Connor, you said
rambling
evening,
about madness.
2 p.m. here. Yeah, it gets better on second watch, but Bizarro entrance is top notch.
Okay, cool. I look forward to watching, Timmy.
Connor says starts work at 6 a.m., so 2 p.m. is evening for me. Jeez, there's some days I don't get out. Well, no, that was years ago. I didn't get out of bed until 2 o'clock. But
you're a bit of a morning princess now, like.
That's true. Firecrackers guy is Sergeant Bananas.
Fair play.
And everybody just said, hey. With a Shetland pony, it would be like looking at the new steptoe on the road. And Mick, Bruno Tubbs is so small, you would keep stepping over him, to be fair.
Yeah, to be fair. You fucking ginger
Anyone
fucking
who's
princess.
New, if you haven't figured it out, Tubbs is pretty small. And everybody keeps pointing it out in this show.
Yeah, I'm not dwarf size, guys, but I'm about 5'4", so I'm the average human scale of things. Yeah, I'm the Tom Cruise height of actors. That's what that is like.
So are you? How tall are you? Taller than Kevin Hart, or are you smaller than Kevin Hart?
I don't know. I mean, I'm 5'4", so
Yeah, so you Kevin Hart size, mate.
They're
Like,
both 5'3",
Yeah.
3.75 done.
Yeah, but what does that prove to you, Bruno? What does that prove to you? Just because I'm 5'4" and what I lack in height, man, I fucking make up for an expressive, fucking awesome, fucking shit. Like, you know what I mean? So,
nothing
you know?
wrong with 5'4", mate. Nothing.
Uh,
wrong.
Damien-
I lost a foot in height, but I gained it in fucking awesomeness.
All of that excellence is concentrated, Tubbs. Don't worry about
Yes,
it.
exactly, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but the
Damien
one
says,
thing I can
any-
do that none of fucking you all tall motherfuckers can do, I can wank closer to the ground. Wow.
Why would we want that?
Speed hits
Why
faster.
would we,
Kids.
like-
Speed hits faster.
Yeah, here's
Concrete
something else.
board, Tubbs.
Here's something else that we can do that you can't. Go on rides at Thor Park. Fuck you. Right, next.
Yeah, but think about it. When you're on the rides, what am I doing? Under the ride, having a jip. So we're both winners, man. We're both winners.
Oh, wow.
I miss you.
I apologize for his behavior, really. I can't control him most
Okay.
of the time.
Yeah, Brian,
Yeah.
and I have to apologise because Brian, bless him, he tries to keep me in line, and sometimes my brain
Well,
just does not
I
allow
do
it.
have like a magic button that I definitely have used once a week at this stage. Watch.
There you go. Oh no.
See, I
you
could do
didn't.
this, like, but
Yeah, exactly.
see, he gets to get put
No.
in the bowl corner every so often.
Oh. Look at it. Amazing.
Oh,
Or just have a conversation with oneself, you know.
we can
Yeah,
hear you now,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
so it's fine. Back in the comments, Damien says, for any 80s gurus in chat tonight, 2 classic properties maybe getting Super 7 treatment. Christ. Brave Star 7, Dungeons and Dragons. May not be everyone's cup of tea, though. Better than nothing if it happens. I used to love Dungeons and Dragons, but
I would take a Brave Star, to be fair.
I'd rather not Super 7 get it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Speaking
So here's
of
the thing, I would take Brave
80s,
Star, but not Super 7.
but speaking of 80s classics, yeah. Did you hear Netflix
Yeah, Jonathan, I will.
announced and actually put out who has been cast for He-Man in the Masters of the Universe movie?
We'll get to that. We have
Okay,
plenty of-
okay, that's on the cards. Yeah, live action,
Um,
baby.
Messi is taller than you, Tubbs. I think we're going to get past this.
Funny
now.
fucking story is right.
vintage-
Funny
vintage
story,
collection
guys.
figures
And I don't know
besides
if you
Tubbs
fucking
for
can
sale.
see it. I have actually been called Messi on an occasion, and even though I did this face swap app before with Messi's face, and man, there was not much of a difference. You know, it's just he
There
was
we
a
go.
little more foreign than
Nick
me.
knows
Like,
what he's talking about. What Tubbs lacks in height, he makes up in saying on TV.
point is fucking right, Mick Leonard.
Why grip off the spinny cups under the teacups? Right. And Jill says,
Why the fuck
Subpart
not, man?
7. And Jilster says, what? A Masters of the Universe movie? Okay, so
Yeah.
let's talk about this right now because
Okay,
Seeing
let's
as
get
we're
into
here.
this.
so there's been a new Masters of the Universe movie announced and it's coming to Netflix. I think it's beginning to film in June of this year. And it's going
Live
to star
action, by the way.
Say again?
It's live action.
Oh
So-
yeah, that's what I mean.
Mm.
It's going to be filming this year, and they've cast Kyle Allen as He-Man. I have not seen him in anything really.
Yeah, now, to be fair, I've seen the picture of him, right? And as an Adam of Grayskull, this guy is not a... I mean, I don't know what he... I don't know his work. I have not seen him in things. He could be terrible, but from
I think it's like
this
anything
first
else. So there's no point crying about it now or
No, God, no.
throwing
You know?
shade about it now because there'll be plenty of time to do that when you see the first trailer.
Dude, I'm not going to
Right,
cry about it
you're-
all, man. I've been
you're
fucking
by
waiting
range.
fucking since Dolph Lundgren days to get a live action He-Man.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
know?
I was on a Motu Origins group on Facebook yesterday, and the guy who I'm friends with, he posted about this, and the first comment was, "Why can't we bring back Dolph Lundgren? Like the guy's only 70 odd now at this age."
Fucking hell. He
Why,
might be.
like?
Because
I
let's
can't
be
get it.
honest, right?
Grayskull.
Brian sent me on the trailer for the new Texas Chainsaw a while ago, and what was my exact reply? I was like, "Oh, they're going the route of 2018 Halloween with this movie," because that's what everyone's doing. Bring back the old actors. I think it's refreshing to have a new face, and put in front of the camera and let him see what he can do, man. Because fucking, I think everyone, I know I've seen that fucking thing. Oh, actually, I got a Brie Larson story in a while that made me giggle and fucking, man, my heart fucking flood with joy a while ago. We'll get to that in a while. But I think this is going to be.
Online, Prince Adam gets his balls cut off.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
just,
and
you know,
and this one, from what I'm reading, from what I hear, is all going to be set in Eternia. It's all going to have Castle Grayskull. It's not going to be on Earth, you know. So that's fucking kind of cool off the bat, dude.
it is said.
you know-
Jonathan said.
Is it? From what the thing I was reading anyway,
gonna
said
look
it was
this
going to be
up
set in Eternia.
Because there is a synopsis out there.
Okay, fuck me. I must. I mean, I'm only gone off of what I read the other day. Like, but and I was happy about that when I heard that. I was like, oh fuck me, this is gonna be an Eternia. So I'm wrong on that. It's gonna be Earth again. Why
It's
did
been
they feel the
it's been
need to?
co-written by the guy behind Shang-Chi and Wonder Woman 1984.
Oh fuck me.
So it's a kind of hit and miss, you know.
Well,
So
for me
hold
it
on,
was
I'm
miss
gonna
and
share
miss.
this.
I wasn't
Share
a
this for
big
you guys.
Shang-Chi fan.
I haven't
like-
seen it, so
I really like
Oh.
Shang-Chi.
I couldn't, mate.
I've heard mixed things on the movie. But and let's be honest, it can't fucking be as bad as Eternals. So
I thought Eternals was better than Shang-Chi. Which, yeah, I
So,
just could
here
not
we
get
are.
into it.
I
This is the guy.
honestly was not a fan.
Will be
Yeah,
into
I mean,
power.
he
Kyle
put
Allen.
blonde hair on him. That's Adam McGrathkull, like, you know.
Ah, who
So
cares?
it's written,
Kyle.
co-written by
Allen.
one of the writers behind whatever. One line synopsis that says, an orphan named Adam discovers he's a prince destined to be a savior of a faraway land and must learn of his power and importance of saving his true home from an evil force or whatever.
So he's going to be set in Eternia for some of it.
Yeah, like it's going to start off on Earth, obviously. So then he'll probably go off to whatever, and you'll probably have the classic fish out of water scenario where he's like, "Oh, what do I do here?" And
Yeah,
I don't know. Like Netflix.
I wonder though, when he
they
becomes
obviously have
He-Man, will they do a Shazam on it? Like, will they have a different actor play He-Man?
Shazam!
oh my god. They
Yeah,
maybe they
Make
probably
us, like,
I don't know.
Triggered.
Yeah, then they would bring back Dolph Lundgren. There you go.
there you go.
Adam is an
And it's
orphan in a
the best of
modern-day
both
US
worlds. Everyone's
military
happy, you know.
Mr.
Yeah.
Redman, what the fuck?
Adam raises that sword in the sky and says, "I have the power," and then he becomes old.
Eternal's better than Shang-Chi, Bruno. Unfriended, Tom Green.
Mate,
Now, see, I
and
can't
didn't-
even.
I thought it was better than Shang-Chi because I didn't rate either of them higher. That's all I'm gonna say. But by far, like Shang-Chi, like towards the ending, like what the fuck is going on with that magical dragon? I'll say whoever wrote that script was smoking some serious green.
Yeah, but that
Done.
like I think they took some of like Iron Fist's origin there, like for the,
Just to go off of Damien's
Blood
comment here,
Dragon
man.
stuff.
Damien,
yeah, Damien's comment. I've been hired.
I
as
really,
casting
really
director.
think you should reverse that because, you know, we've gone off of the hype thing with me. I reckon
Yeah.
Arco is probably the fucking best fucking cast choice for me.
No, hold on. Let's see now. So Bruno as Ram Man, Brian
I mean-
as Arco. Now to me, Arco always looks stoned anytime I've seen him, especially the newer one.
Okay, actually, that might suit you.
That would suit 14-year-old me. 16-year-old me. Tubbs as Fisto. No, he's a bit too tall for that.
Yeah.
Jonathan as Man at Arms, Connor as Stratos, and me as Webster. Who's going to play Skeletor, man?
I'll play.
He's no Tubbs. Gilster 37. He's close to John Cena. Yeah, John Cena. I don't know. I don't think he suits just because he's a big muscly guy. Maybe I don't know.
Get
But
him,
he's
come here.
amazing. He's amazing in Peacemaker.
He's been surprising folks, so
I know, Sai, Faraway Land, not Eternia again.
man.
Evening all. Smugglers, how are you, my friend? Eternal's better than Shang-Chi, Bruno. I always knew you were a prick.
Yep. So did I, mate. So did I.
Oh, yes. It's brilliant.
We're aware of our
Hollywood
flaws
does
in this
have
show,
the
kids.
crazy get ripped workouts so he could bulk up. Damien Rizzo, lol. Sub smugglers. But yeah, again, let's wait until we actually see it. I think we know
Yeah,
at this
I just
stage-
thought it we should mention it since we have done some kind of like He-Man talk on the show before, you know.
like I think we know at this stage that nothing is going to be ever as it was with these things being dragged from the dead from the 80s. They're going to change it to suit their own demo or whatever. So
Yeah, you know yourself, and you're never going to please everyone because everyone's going to be kind of like happy they're getting the movie, and then other people will be like they went too far. You know yourself. Even with the cartoons, people have been very, very kind of like.
season 2 of the other cartoon has been renewed, is going to be coming out as well.
Yeah, I got mixed up with that. That's not the Kevin Smith one, right?
No.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
the
yeah, I
more-
totally
That's the
didn't
more
fucking get that. Like,
child-oriented one. That's better.
I haven't actually watched the other one. It's the
I watched
art
I watched
animation
2
style I
episodes
wasn't a
of it.
fan of.
Okay.
I wasn't a fan of the art animation in it, so
Hi, Dr. Smuggles. Netflix and live action adaptations have all sucked. I
Yeah,
love The
hopefully
Witcher.
that.
I love The Witcher.
Yeah, I mean,
Full
like,
on.
I'm hoping that they can do a good job of this, man. But like for me, I'm kind of there
I
sitting
do.
there and look. I mean, I'm only a fan of the material, right? But I'm
Mm.
kind of thinking to myself over all the years that we've like had movies and all, how has someone not
Dr. Smuggles
like
sounds like a
taken
carry-on
He-Man and
character.
made a Lord of the Rings like type fucking movie
Yeah, I
out of
agree
it?
with you there. Like, it
You know
should
what I
be
mean? How have
huge
they
as
never
well.
made a scale of movie that big on like based in Eternia and just and made it huge? It always mind boggles me that they never kind of
What they
picked it up
should
to do
do
that.
is follow the comics, which are amazing.
Yeah,
Masters Universe comics are brilliant, and they're
Really?
mature as well. They're vicious and mature, and I don't know, uh, like Cowboy Bebop. Jonathan. Yeah, that was terrible. I only watched one episode of
yeah,
that.
and I mean that got
I,
cancelled,
I
right?
liked it. I liked it. But
But to be
there you
fair,
go.
Netflix,
I thought Internals was better than Shang-Chi, so fuck you guys. Anyway, next.
um,
Thanks, Tom.
The
I can't
non-He-Man
say
show is
which is
good.
better because I still haven't seen Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi is actually the last, I think, well, at the moment, I think it's the last Marvel property I haven't seen yet.
Did you
Jonathan
see
says the
Far From Home?
non-Smith He-Man show is good if you can get past the
Yeah,
animation
yeah,
style. Need to give it a chance at least. Waited so long for another Motu film. But like at the
yeah.
end of the day, even if it is shit, we'll always have the classics anyway. They're still there.
You see, me and Brian have had these conversations even about all these the Disney remakes and all these things that they've been doing, and I've always said that, haven't I, Brian? It's
Mm,
like do you know when people shit all over him? It's like I hate this so much. Like you
mm.
can go back and watch the originals. Like this is the beauty of this thing that we call
I have
pop
a better
culture.
I have a better example for you, Tubbs.
Oh no, no.
He
But what
says,
I'm just saying, it just that thing is like the thing I love about pop culture in general is there's always the original thing that you grew up with. You can always go back and watch that or read the original comics. You know, if the new stuff doesn't work for you, you know.
what Jonathan says here is actually a great example. He says they ruined Death Note too. Now I will say I watched the Netflix Death Note film and thought it was great because I had never seen Death Note.
Yes,
So
you
then
said had said
I
that.
went
Yeah,
back and I watched Death Note and practically binged the whole thing in about a week. So that Netflix Death Note was great for me because it introduced me to a
yeah.
property I didn't know of before. So maybe it can have that effect as well.
But I mean,
Um,
but isn't that the thing though? What it is, it's as like you said, is you didn't kind of dig into the original content of it. So when you
mm,
saw the Netflix show, you really enjoyed it, and then other people have already kind of had the original kind of in
I
their
did.
joined
Well,
ingested in them. So when they saw the new one, they hated it. That's fucking pop culture shit, man. That's
I mean,
entertainment. You're either gonna like
Willem
it or you're
Dafoe
not. Like,
as Ryuk was great, like, but the rest of it
mm,
was shite. Um, I meant from animation to live action, not video games. Animation can be tough to get into live action as well. I think
yeah,
a lot of stuff have not done it well. But
and
yeah,
especially I mean, and that seems to be the thing, though, doesn't it? Like, the
Smuggler's
video
favorite
games to live
was
action seems to be where now, and I don't even know if it's just this thing if they don't cast the right people or they don't give the jobs to the right people to make the things that don't understand what the like what the IP is. But yeah,
mm,
live action versions of video games always seems to kind of
suck.
fall flat. Like Sonic the Hedgehog was probably the most
That was fucking excellent.
That was
successful
good.
I
one,
can't
which is
wait for the
one you'd
next one.
never think
And
that
it's
would be the
And
one that would fucking break them all. You know?
it was
and
so
actually,
stupid yet it was brilliant.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
Sonic the
fucking
Hedgehog
all
as
right.
well. The studio went back and changed the character based on people's feedback.
Yeah.
So much
Yeah.
But
more
do you
respect
know?
for them having done
Did
that.
you see? And I said this before. Did you see there was a guy out there when that first? I think it was the first trailer that they released. It was like before they changed it.
Hmm.
A guy in his own house just literally went onto his computer and
Yeah,
completely changed the trailer with
yeah,
like a brand new render of the character. And they were sitting
yeah,
there going, "Fuck me, he did it better than us from his room."
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's insane, like you know.
Hmm.
But that just
But
goes to show the guy that like did the re-render of the trailer. He understood the character and what it was more than the guys that
And there's
probably created it off
it's
the
true.
first
and
draft.
there's the $1 billion company in DC that can't remove a fucking mustache.
Gee, dude, that is another fucking point, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Fuck me. These
but
guys have
let's not
made
go down
fantastic
there. Let's
fucking
go down. Let's
visuals.
go down that road.
And as bad as
So
their movies are, this is the fucked up thing I can't understand about that entire scenarios. Like as bad as some of their movies are, and people have not liked their stuff, the DC stuff. Visually, their stuff is great. Like some of the stuff they do visually is fucking fantastic. Like, and
On
they
DC?
couldn't. I'm
The most
wondering. I'm
beautiful
wondering.
woman in
Did
the world
Josh
can be
Whedon
another
like
bitch
was he
inside.
was he
So
getting
that's
like
all
a
I'd say about
blowy
that.
or something off of one of like the PA boys or something? You know that were working under him. Do you know when? And then he fucked it up. Like he digitally arted it himself.
Fucking hell. Maybe.
Anyway,
Okay. Yeah.
but yeah,
Oh, I
Damien
went
says
there.
a show worthy of Peter Jackson's epic style is a Dreamstone. Whoops, went off. Love that whole hidden gem of a story. If you have young kids, Tubbs and Bruno, worth checking that tune out. Dreamstone.
Oh,
Dreamstone. Okay.
I'm
Sonic
googling it
movie
right
was
now. Actually.
epic. Mick says that's the one. Song was so catchy. They're talking about Doctor Smuggles or something. I think.
Oh shit.
Do you know what I
See?
actually did watch
Agree,
out of my
Jonathan.
nostalgia brain the other day?
Atomic
Was
Flies. Sonic was
the
epic.
rebooted version of Animaniacs.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
good.
but
It's good.
It's
I
fucking
like
man,
it.
it's so good because it's almost 99% the same as the original fucking cartoon. Like they haven't changed that much for it to seem too different, but there's enough in there to make it feel fresh.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
really enjoyed it.
Um,
I haven't seen the new one, but I fucking love the Animaniacs.
I mean, if
Actually,
you
that
great
can,
whole
movie.
I mean, even if you can go online and find them, or I mean,
Even the
fucking,
first episode is so funny.
it's and like I mean, they even in the song they've changed it to like the whole contracts thing in the song. It's like they're brand new contracts, is what they say now, because they've signed brand new contracts for a
And
brand new show.
they shit on Warner Brothers as well. It's hilarious. But
Yeah,
do
it's
they?
fucking class.
Mick, yeah,
Yeah.
you brought back some happy flashbacks there. You used to love it when it came on TV this Saturday morning. Jonathan says Bruno the studio got tons of shit from the Holly weird types. Changing the look of Sonic to be more fan friendly.
Fuck
Mick
them.
says Connor, haven't seen it since I was a kid and I imagine the song in my head. Same here, Tom. Looks like more of the same on steroids. Yeah, and you got Idris Elba as Knuckles. What more could you want?
To be
Yeah.
fair, that Knuckles in fuck's sake, that intro, that
Now, what
intro
makes
to
you
it.
think I need your power? And he just baits him
What
to the ground.
the? Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fucking
So
way to
good.
introduce him? Like shit.
So
Anyway.
let's talk about some trailers. Ooh, the trailers. That's the guy in the audio now says. Oh.
Maniacs. Okay.
So there was
Anyway.
trailers for Halo, and there was trailers for
Fucking Halo.
what's the name of it? You said it earlier, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the new one.
Yes.
So, like you said to me, Tubbs, you never played Halo ever.
I've never because I was never an Xbox guy, so I never really, and Brian knows this, Bruno, as well as I'm
I
more
know
of a
it.
third person gamer. I was
A lot
never
of
a
people
first
are.
person. Joe, like Call of Duty and Halo and stuff was never kind of my games. But as I said, but like I watched the trailer and it looks fucking class. It looks
Now,
really good. But
I
I'd
will
be going
say
into it completely fresh.
there's a lot of people online giving out over Master Chief's voice because it's not the guy
See,
from the game.
none of that would have like even registered with me. You know what I mean?
But
So
yeah, like the guy that does his voice. Before I'll let you jump in a sec, no, Bruno.
no
The
worries.
guy that does his voice is 70, I think now. So they gave this new guy the job with a view
Pablo
to the
Shriva?
future, I would imagine.
Pablo Shriva, whatever his name is. The
Yeah,
new guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it
Um.
looked fucking awesome. The Covenant looked fucking class.
So here's the thing. I'm not a big
Yeah.
Halo guy. I've played a bit of Halo like online, like Halo 3, and I remember when the first Halo came out. I remember like the visor being shiny. That was a big
Gold
fucking
visor,
thing
yeah.
for the time, right? Because there was not enough computer power for that. Anyway, and the trailer just looked fucking phenomenal, man. Like 1 and 2, but the second one,
Oh, the second one sold me straight away. Like,
Oh, there's
holy
two
shit! I was like,
trailers.
yes,
yeah,
Okay.
that
yes.
was the second one. First one didn't show much.
The
did
second
it?
one is the one you sent me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, the second one, everything you see, and I cannot wait because I'm also hoping that they go into like the politics of why they created Master Chief, etc. Like try and take over the world.
Yeah.
And then
And try to control him as well.
yeah, I fucking loved it. And there's actually a Halo movie, which it is probably a bit of a B movie.
Beyond
Um,
into Reach or something, is it?
I think it's basically a bunch of students training to be soldiers.
Yeah. I've seen that one. Forward and to Dawn or something like that. I think it is.
Yeah, and then towards the end they get rescued by Master Chief.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Spoilers if
That's
you
pretty
guys
good,
haven't seen
actually.
it. Sorry, it's a fucking. But I remember watching that and thinking,
You
okay,
don't need
this.
to watch it now.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to watch
Fuck's
it. There you
sake.
go. But I remember watching that and thinking, okay, this is actually really cool. I know it's about Halo. I know about Master Chief, but you never really see him right until the
Yeah,
end. Um, but seeing him in action now and the way they did his visor, everything, like
it
it looked
looks
fucking badass. It looked
100% authentic. And
yeah.
like I've played them all, but the only ones I properly played were like the first two. Like I
Mhm.
really went far into them. I think I finished the first one and I didn't finish the second one. And I've only kind of
Yeah.
played bits and pieces of the other ones. But yeah, it just looks so authentic. The Spartans and Halo, and especially like I said, the Covenant. I always thought that when they did a live action, because they've been trying to do one for years.
Mm.
I always thought that's the one thing they're going to fuck up is the Covenant, the aliens.
The
But there's a
technology exists
scene.
now.
There's a
I
scene
know.
in the trailer where he's fighting to the brutes. Are they brutes? And they're
Yeah, they're
both
like the
swinging
big
from. He's
guys.
like ducking and diving and smashes them. I was like, oh my god, it looks amazing.
Fucking awesome. And even the up close, like the details, the way they did the
Yeah,
details.
because you
It
see one of
didn't.
them like screams into someone's face, and like, oh, it's the very same.
Yeah, and obviously you know that that's not real. You know it's CGI, but
Yeah,
it doesn't feel, it
it
doesn't
looks
look like it's
real.
CGI.
Like
Yeah. So
there's a physical person. Well, I don't know.
yes,
There's a
they're
physical
100.
presence feeling there,
Yeah,
like, isn't there?
like no one can. There's no uncanny valley of that being unreal or like not real or not existing there, right? It just feels like it belongs.
Like
Um,
I hope now it's just not a sizzle reel trailer, and that's all the best bits, and the rest of it is all bollocks talk
Well,
they
I
will
mean,
as
shoot
well.
themselves,
well, it's
man. But
made
yeah,
a guy
maybe.
that's never played Halo fucking want to see the fucking thing. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What have I missed? I missed a few things here. It's probably on YouTube at Mick. Now I want a bowl of sugar puffs. Remember those?
oh,
Only months
fucking
ago.
sugar puffs were a bomb, man.
I'd say
I
so.
personally was a Fruit Loops man. There
I
was
like
all
Honey
sugar,
Nut
but
Loops and
fucking loved
Weetabix.
it.
So. Um,
Weetabix, oh
Damien
god, it's one way to make you shit. Anyway,
Smugglers says Dreamstone was amazing. When I asked people about it, no one remembers it. Quality. I can't say I remember Dreamstone either.
Yeah, it's not. It's like not putting a physical fucking image in my brain when I think of it.
Jonathan said Halo looks awesome, but man, put a fucking blue filter on Cortana. Yeah, she did look a bit weird, all right. Like, but I think that's just because it's in live action. You'll probably get used to it. Mick says remake of Texas Chainsaw again. No, I agree with you, Mick,
Yeah,
because I loved the last one, the
yeah.
origin story. I thought that was fucking excellent, where they all kind of they broke out of the lunatic asylum and they went around killing loads of people or whatever. I thought
But
that one was excellent.
but as I said to Brian a while ago, I mean, you look
They're
at
just
like a
copying
lot of.
Halloween now.
But I mean, but it is basically seems to be this thing where they are. But I mean, but Texas Chainsaw has always been that one um horror franchise that has been like rebooted continuously.
Yeah,
Like
they never released.
I know
The
they've
first few
rebooted
had
Halloween,
sequels, and after that, then it was like
but they
remake,
did. They
remake,
rebooted
remake.
Halloween like twice. Do you know what I mean? Like they've always had sequels and shit, but then they did the Rob Zombie one, and then they did the new ones. But um, most horrors have continuated sequels and things like that. I mean, maybe one reboot here or there, but Texas
Oh,
Chainsaw
you know
has
what?
had.
Yakko doing the countries of the world.
But yeah, the Texas Chainsaw ones have been. It's been continuously rebooted over time.
Mm.
Like they've gone from the Jessica Alba one, and you had fucking Alexandria.
Jessica Biel, and
Sorry,
then you
yeah,
had
Jessica Biel.
the last one. Then
Alexander
was
Daddario was in the other one, and
that was 3D, wasn't it? And
yeah,
then
the
you had
3D one.
the last one. Then was Leatherface, which was an origin story, and I thought that was fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
I love to have seen that.
but this
Like,
seems to be a reboot, but a connection to the original
yeah,
because they have
it's
like
the
the
same
original
as
girl
Halloween,
back from the
basically.
original movie and everything, which she got like really old, much like Jamie Lee Curtis did in Halloween. Off the bat, what did you think of the trailer?
Yeah, it was good. I'll watch it. It's literally out on the 18th of February, so it's coming on
Yeah,
Netflix.
it's on Netflix. Yeah,
So I'll watch it the day it comes out. Like,
yeah. I mean, it seems like
Nick
it's
says, don't mix up sexy
cashing in.
Jessica's, Beale, Alba, and
Jessica
Rabbit.
Biel.
Yes.
Yeah,
the
You've
man
gotta
is
have
right. I'm
Alba
sorry,
Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit is still to this day.
Between her now and the Cadbury's Caramel Bunny.
Oh fuck me!
Wow.
Cadbury's
Lolo
Caramel
Bunny.
Bunny. Let's see, Cadbury's Caramel.
No,
Oh man,
you'll
do
have
you not
to- you'll
remember
have to
her?
watch
No.
the trailer or the
Uh,
ad.
No, it's like in the 1980s.
As sexy animals go, she's up there, but
Oh my God! Some of the things that people have started. Fuck me, Jesus. Okay.
did you get like
How do you
not
really
so
choose,
PG results here, man?
I didn't like I had, and I didn't even do Rule 34. Like if I'd done Rule 34, this would have just been something completely different.
Yeah,
Personally,
don't
I'm more of
do
a
that.
if this was the style that I was going for, I'd go Lola Rabbit. That's what I'm saying, or Lola Bunny.
Yeah,
Yeah, but she's like
Um,
14, like.
oh,
but
oh, you just fucking ruined that,
Fuck's
didn't
sake.
you?
but no, but
Yeah, so,
going back after the trailer, Brian, I
yeah.
think it is basically going to be a roller coaster of just fucking carnage, blood and guts, the usual shit. But yeah,
Like,
but I do think it is feeding into the nostalgia. They're
the one
pulling
thing I didn't
nostalgia
like about
clips.
it, Tubbs, the one thing I didn't like about it there, Tubbs, was the phone scene. Now, I get, when they're all pointing the phone at him.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre never had that comedy element in it.
And
It's
let's
always
be
been
honest,
straight
right? If
horror.
anyone hasn't seen the trailer, if a fucking guy jumped on a bus with a fucking chainsaw revving in front of you with a fucking human, like a mask made out of human flesh, would you pull your phone up and go, "Not today, bro"?
There's a bunch of
You
them, and they
know?
basically all start live streaming him.
Yeah, they started
And
live
then he
streaming
just
him,
goes,
and then he just
and
like,
all the
Oh.
blood splattering.
You'd be like, let's
You
go
know.
at the back. I'm not getting like chopped up by this bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it does really seem to be the cash
this
cow
should
scenario that horror is doing now. It's like it's like you look at like Halloween, Scream. Do you know what I mean? They're bringing all the old. I mean, Scream is a different beast, but they're bringing all the old, like the old crew back to the franchises to kind of cash in on the old nostalgia buzz. And look, for me, I'm all for that, man. I think horror is that one kind of like genre that you can do that and get away with it with.
It's a term I first heard in Scream 5. They're doing a requel.
A requel.
A
reboot
rebooted
sequel.
Reboot
Yeah.
sequel, yeah. It's a requel now. But and yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, I don't. Is it going to be the greatest horror movie ever made? I don't think so. I think it's going to be watchable. I think it'll be a good Texas Chainsaw time. But I don't think it'll be fucking mind blowingly
This is funny,
fucking.
actually, because I know, how can I say this now? I went to see Scream 5 last week, and it's sort of a requel where like they bring back legacy characters to carry on the story. And without spoiling it, we had a discussion a couple of weeks ago now, was it? About toxic fandoms. And the killers in this, that's their fucking motivation. They're toxic fandoms and they're sick of being called toxic.
It's like, way
Wow.
to walk that line, boys.
But
Okay,
Jesus.
so I really must see this. But yeah, rating that one down. It's
that's not
fucking.
spoiling it for you, Tubbs. You won't get who the killer is or anything.
I'll watch it regardless, dude. Do you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to seeing that. You know me, I'm a big Scream fan. But yeah, the Texas Chainsaw one looks like it could be a fun watch, but it's not going to be breaking any, like fucking new boundaries. Then again, it could be the fucking best in the franchise. Who the fuck knows? I won't know until I see it. But I'm going off the trailer. I didn't really care for any of the fucking the humans in it.
I was going for Letterfest to kill them all.
Yeah, because like when I watched fucking the one with Jessica Biel.
Yes, you got her right.
I was like totally fucking like, please do not fucking kill this girl. Like, her tank top needs to be seen more.
Jesus.
And it was the same with Alexandra Daddario. Like, I really fucking warmed to her character in the 3D version as well. I really liked her. Fucking.
I'm sure you did.
Oh, I did, yeah. She gets them out, boys, just to let you know. She gets them fully out. But they were characters. Like, for me, it was like, you look at all these movies, right? You remember those two characters from these movies.
I didn't really remember Alexandra Daddario, though. Daddario, whatever her name is. I can't remember that one.
Well, that's on Netflix now. But you get my point. You remember certain characters from certain.
You just remember the boobies, Tubbs.
Yeah,
no,
exactly. This man is like a walking Mr. Skin.
I also remembered the guy with the face in the Origins one.
And the things.
Yeah, the thing.
Yeah,
I remember him as well. But my point I'm getting to is like, when I watch this trailer, not one character of the humans.
Stand out, like.
Yeah, but none of them stood out to me. Like I wasn't watching this trailer going, "Oh, I hope, oh, is this this looks like a cool character." I was going, "They're all fucking idiots."
And without being piled upon here, but like that shot in the bus, if you pause it, you can probably pick out one of every single minority on the planet as well.
Dead. Now, actually, just no to add on to
The
that.
bus
To
is
add on to that,
gone mad, I think.
that's one thing I did get from this trailer, that it seemed very inclusive. It seemed very
I've
minority
no problem with
based.
that, like, but it shouldn't
I
be letting
don't
that
either,
on
but
the
it
nose.
seems to be that that's the direction with this. Is like, we have to
I
have a
don't care
lesbian
if
here.
it's
We
all
have
white
to
guys
have
getting killed, all
a
black guys
man
getting
of
killed,
color.
whatever.
We have to,
They're
do you know what
just
I mean? They're
victims
ticking all
of
the
a
boxes
horror film.
basically. Going into this movie, like, yeah, I mean, look, as I said, it could be a fun fucking gore fest ride, or it could be fucking terrible. You know,
Yeah, let's
it,
move
it,
on from it anyway
the
because
Texas Chainsaw movies
it's
have
not
always
worth
been
this
that way,
amount of
man.
discussion, really.
But like since the original one, they have been kind of that way. They've been on, there have been kind of hit and miss as they've went.
They're just
Um,
children's films, really. Like,
so yeah, so we'll see. It's out the 18th of February on Netflix anyway. So be
Damien says nobody remembers Zordrak. It was dark fun. The music was fab too. All in all, a great piece of animation. Mike Batt's wonderful theme tune, sung by Katie Malua, too at Smuggler's Canyon. Jonathan
Katie
says,
Malua as
"Fuck
well.
Subpar 7 and Rob Zombie." I
Super
100%
7 and
agree.
Rob Zombie.
Fuck both of those companies and people.
Yeah, I mean, I
Amazing.
enjoyed Rob Zombie's um first Halloween movie. I did enjoy it. I mean, I know it was a much different take,
1985.
but I didn't hate it as much as most people. But the
Mick says,
sequel to that
"It
movie,
is
Brian, with the white horse and all this bollocks, I was like, what the fuck am I watching? This is so
Yeah,
stupid. Like,
he just self-indulged too much in that.
yeah.
Bruno is going to turn off his camera when he sees the Cadbury's rabbit. He
No, I'm
couldn't
not.
do
Oh,
it. Exactly at Nick. Smart as paint, lad. Smart as paint. Paint is smart. That must be a
That's-
Wexford saying.
There you go.
Mick Leonard didn't they redesign
Oh
Jessica
God, I hope
Rabbit.
not.
Oh look, we've got a dickhead. Say goodbye.
Was I not
Block.
supposed to go to that website? Oh shit.
No. They followed you back. Jessica Rabbit, did you?
Friend.
Susan Owen. It's such an unassuming name as well. Like, what the hell? Like, so yeah, that's the two trailers. So, guys, which would you rather talk about first, Peacemaker or the Book of the Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett?
yeah. I was about to say, because you couldn't be talking about Book of Boba Fett this week, my friend.
I have not watched Book of Boba. Sorry, I have not watched Peacemaker, but I have watched Book of Boba.
We'll talk about the Mando. So,
Okay.
Jonathan says, yeah, she's in a Dick Tracy style trench coat outfit now, and
Oh,
nothing underneath.
What?
I've just seen it.
Muppet Treasure Island, la 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 la.
That.
So, let's talk about the Book of Boba Fett.
Cool.
Oh, wait, wrong one.
Good. Very nice segue.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What did you think, guys? For me, personally,
yeah.
it was the best episode of the last 3 series, I think.
Well, how mental is that, though? That this has been the best episode of the last 3, and it's not even a fucking episode about fucking Boba.
I will
Yeah,
also
it's
say
like-
this was directed by not Robert Rodriguez. This wasn't directed by Robert Rodriguez, which
It was
I think-
Favreau that directed this, right?
No,
No,
this
it
one
was-
was Bryce
it
Dallas
was-
Howard.
Bryce Dallas
Okay,
Howard.
right.
And she did
Oh,
the
did she
episode
direct this
later on.
episode?
Yeah.
Fuck me,
Smashed
man.
it.
Give her a Star Wars fucking movie.
Yep.
Smuggler's
She
Canyon,
smashed
the
it
Book of what?
absolutely.
The Book of Mandalorian.
Yeah, I mean-
the Book of Mando.
And I
But,
mean, I go. I mean, ahead because I mean, like, I know I wasn't here last week due to C19, but as you
You
knew
had-
by
you
my
had
last
dodgy-
comments when we
dodgy
talked
flu,
about
yeah.
it, I was very hit and miss with this show. I really was. Like, I kind
think
of
a lot of people
liked
were,
one
yeah.
episode, didn't like the next. Last week's episode, I did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was a cool episode. And this episode, I do agree with Brian. This one was the best of the whole show so far for me. Maybe the second episode was really that's fucking gay.
Jesus. Tubbs.
Tubbs, fuck's sake.
Why would you do that? Like,
Because it's cold outside. It's winter time.
Yeah.
I
you
don't
needed
need no
a hat.
Tom Jones lyrics from you here, man. Right?
I'm
I'm
gonna mute
upset
you
about the
again, Tom,
rabbit
if
in
you
the
say
trench
some of
coat.
that again, by the way.
Pwah.
Sake.
No filter.
Anyway, Book of Boba Fett.
I
Episode
mean no disrespect, obviously, by that. It's just a phrase of
5.
term because
I know, but
it's
it's
like the
just like
trench coat.
No.
You know.
Apologize now or you're gone.
I'm sorry I said that word. Okay, I'm sorry, but it's a word that's said every
We're an
day. Peeps.
all-inclusive podcast. I know we take the piss out of each other, but there's no point taking the piss out of stuff like that.
I'm not taking the piss out of no one, dude. I'm just that's how I felt about the trench coat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was covering up stuff I didn't want to
Chat.
cover up.
Feel free
Okay.
to lacerate him.
Yes, absolutely. No, I
Eviscerate him.
okay, so let me just. So I didn't actually get to talk about the episode before. I really liked.
Yeah, go on, talk about it.
Both. I really liked both episodes. One, seeing the origins for Bubba, and well, actually, it was more for his. God, what's her name? The assassin.
Fennec Shand.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed that because you don't really get much from it, and seeing him go back to the Sarlacc pits and just like obliterating the fuck out of it, I was like, fair play. Like that
Well,
wasn't even his intention, but that's how it
When we
happened.
chatted about this here last week, a lot of people in the chat were like, well, it's a bit stupid that he flew straight into it nearly got dragged back into it again.
I mean, yeah, I kind of get it. I didn't quite understand why he got the ship that close as well. And it's like, I don't know. Fuck me. There's all this technology. You
'Cause-
can't scan full Vespa.
And, like,
Like,
What the point Jonathan made last week was, why didn't he use Fennec Shen's little ball thing that they used to go into the base?
that's a great. Oh fuck, that's a great point.
And I had one moment when I was watching it as well, where I was kind of like, when they got to that scene, I was kind of in my brain, I was going, wait, this is like a massive continuity fucking error I'm watching right here. Like he's going into the fucking Scarlet Pit to get his armor, and like, didn't the fucking Jawas take that shit off him? And then, as I had said it, he comes back out and goes, "There's nothing in there. Like this fucking, you know what I mean? Like we just destroyed this fucking thing for nothing because my armor's not in there." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay. He doesn't fucking remember who took his armor. Oh, there we go." Because he was out of it. Like, see, I had forgotten that part, so I was kind of going, "Oh, so that's on me." You know.
But hold on. That being fair, so he woke up in the Sarlacc pit, and then he cuts his way out, and he had his armor when he cuts his way out, and he remembered that when he cut his way out. It's an awesome quote. But he remembers that when he cuts his way out, like the armor is what saved him from being digested, right? So actually, that is a bit of an error because he knew he was out. What? You telling me that the armor suddenly just rolled down and fell into it? And actually,
well, when he came to, he was in his white pajamas. So I mean, he didn't know what happened. His white onesie, like so he. But I mean, yeah, because that's what I got from when I watched the episode. I was like, have they made a fucking huge error here? Like that he's like is because I was half expecting to find the armor in the Scarlet Pit. And I was going, they just fucked up there because the Jawas took it, but they didn't because the Jawas still took it.
Yeah, but even if he didn't remember that, like he still made his way out from the and he remembers that that his armor is what saved him from the acid like digesting him. Like he remembered that. So
unless he thought exactly what you said, that it fell down into the pit again.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
He just wasn't conscious when they fucking pulled it off him, basically.
Yeah. What's the name of that
Ranker is terrific.
Chewy gladiator again? Soroska or whatever the fuck
Black
it is.
Kirsten.
Yeah.
Kirstenton.
Mate,
there we go.
I fucking love the scene where he's at that bar. Absolutely. And
Mando wouldn't do stupid shit like that.
Do you know who
character.
who the woman is as well?
Haters gonna hate. Jennifer Beal from Flashdance.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Jennifer Beals.
The Twilight. Twi'lek. The green Twi'lek.
Twi'lek. Yeah, exactly.
Can I ask you a question?
No, because I'm ranting. Go on. Do it.
Do ye think, because do you know when we were growing up as kids and we saw Boba and he only had like 4 lines of dialogue and he kind of very kind of like limited small screen time, but he was pure. No, but he was that character that you always remembered. He was like, "Fuck, oh man, he's pure mysterious and stuff."
He's the strong silent type, like Massacre.
Yeah, exactly. So do you think that this show,
just like Boba,
do you think that this show has the potential, like by the time it's finished, that it might damage some of that mystique to that character?
Well, I think it's damaged already though to some people.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
Like,
saying. Is do you think they're going to come out of this show like I don't know. Like, do you think they're gonna like ruin the mystique of that character from back in the original movies, or do you
So,
think it's just giving him more development? Because I do agree that I think Mando is the better character.
here's what else I get. I completely
we've
get what
seen
you're
more
saying.
screen time of Mando as well.
Yeah,
You do get way more screen time with Mando, and you get his backstory as well, and you obviously have that relationship with Grogu, which I think also helps build up on the character and the empathy that you have for Mando versus what you have for Boba. But what I will also say is that you see fuck all about him in the original
Sorry.
trilogy. Like you literally see him like one upping on Han Solo when he fuck's sake. One
He's
upping.
living off his reputation in the older films.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
absolutely. But there's nothing else to that character. Like you don't see anything else. But here's the thing: you also see that he almost got fucking digested by the Sarlacc pit. And yeah, he it was the stupidest fucking way to die because it's such a badass character, and they shoot his jetpack and he goes into the fucking pit. It's like
Okay,
great.
Mm.
so I have a better question then for you two and the chat as well. If they went back and made another TV series called, just for argument's sake, Boba Fett Origins, and
Mhm.
recast him as someone similar looking and showed him
Sure.
younger doing all the bounty hunter shit,
Mhm.
do you think this would be accepted more than?
I honestly think that it would just
I
be the
think
character jerking itself off. And what's the fucking
I
point of
think
that?
people would still find an issue and a way to
Have a
dislike
problem with it.
the fact that
Yeah.
now you're showing too much of his younger days,
Yeah,
and I think you're never going to please everyone. I mean, that's just a question I had about it. It's not that I think the show is bad that they made a Boba Fett show. I think it's fucking great that they made a Boba Fett show. I was just wondering, like, I mean, in your opinion, like, do you think it would actually? Do you think the show damages the mystique of that character? Because
it
that's what Boba
definitely
Fett was. He
does
was
for
that
me
character that
anyway.
never really spoke. You know what I mean?
No.
I've loved the fact that they've gotten what's the actor's name again?
Tamora Morrison.
Tamora Morrison. I love that he's like back from playing like Jango Fett. You know what I mean? But he's now
Yeah, yeah,
Boba
yeah.
Fett, like older. I think that's fucking cool.
And they
Um,
probably have him play Rex in one of the other shows as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Clone
mean, and
Commander.
for me, dude, I have liked like sections of the show like were really fucking cool. Like that dream
I,
sequence fucking thing that he did, and
I loved
you
everything
know,
that he did
I've
with
loved the
Tusken
whole
Raiders.
Tatooine setting. I've loved being back on Tatooine, as well. I've loved all that. Um, it's just yeah, it's just like I mean, it has been. It's such a weird one for me, right? It's been for me personally. It's been a very hit and miss show. Like I've liked an episode that I haven't liked an episode that much, and then
Mm.
I've liked an episode and I haven't liked it that much. And
Can
then
I?
episode 5 comes out, and
Yeah.
it's not even about him.
No, and that's
Well,
It's
kind of what
literally
gets you into it.
Mandalorian.
But
You're going
here's the other
fuck
thing.
me.
Here's the other thing, which I think is probably the big problem from a perception perspective. The way or not Mando, fuck's sake, the way Bubba interacts with a lot of like the characters, in your mind, based on everything that you've seen from the movies, like before, you'd think that he would have been way more cutthroat, right?
Mm.
So anytime, like I personally thought that he was going to shoot the mayor. I personally thought that when the guy said, "All right, like what's in it for us?" Like I thought he was just going to be brutal, visceral, and just like shoot the guys and be done. But this is the thing that's I like the fact that he didn't do those types of things because he's been um
He says as
through
much to
those
Fennec Shand in that episode that you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so he's been through the reigns where people do those types of things, and it never works out in the long run. And he's breaking the mold. He's trying to break that chain. And I appreciate the fact that what they went there. They've taken it on as this isn't just some guy who's going to shoot first and not give a shit. Like he could have shot the what are they called the cyborg guys when about the
The Pikes.
when yes with the water because of the water thing.
Mm.
Like he could have just been like, right, fuck
Oh,
it,
the
I'm just gonna
fucking the
shoot you.
Vespa gang.
Yeah, like yeah, exactly the Vespa gang, right? He could have just fucking shot them. Like, why didn't he? Because he's not. He's trying to literally break that chain of fear that you had with Boba and even for Tuna into actually making it a right. I'm trying to just make sure I live long and prosper, and I'm gonna do things this way. But I also reckon what's going to happen in the last episode. I think that they are going to unleash him because it will be him, Mando, and his lieutenant, and there's going to be something that happens, and it's just going to be fucking brutal to the point where you think, okay, yeah, this is the Boba I know. Nobody's gonna
Mm.
fuck with him after this. And I might be wrong. We'll find out on Wednesday, but I think that is what will happen. And
There's some good comments in the chat at the moment as well.
yeah, let's
So
go
Yeah.
through. Let's go through. I'm sorry.
Jonathan says Mando slices motherfuckers in half and lops off heads because fuck that carrying that dude back to the bar. Boba
Yeah.
flies his ship into the fucking Farlight like a dipshit. I will say though as well,
I will
both
say,
characters, both characters are at very different places in their lives as well. Mando is
yeah, and
a
I will
like you said,
say
a
as
lot
well
younger.
that they're saying about Boba like flying the thing into the thing like a dipshit. But let's be honest, right? As fucking good as Mando is at kicking ass and everything else, Mando was fucking sloppy as balls, man. He fucking
Mando
lightsabered his
almost
own
cut his
fucking
own
leg
head
and
off
everything in that opening scene. Like he fucked
like a
himself up,
dipshit.
like yeah, like a dipshit, you know.
I did love the Mando versus Heavy fight though.
Hmm.
Yes, they ruined the mystique of Boba, but it's still great Star Wars for a new generation.
Yeah, I know that it still is. I just always wondered would this do that to that character? Um,
And Connor, then a bigger question should be: should they be making shows about the bad guys because they will inevitably turn good for the story to sell?
I wouldn't say that, Connor. I wouldn't say that because we don't know actually what's going to happen towards the end. Like, yes, you have this nice attachment today with Boba, where okay, his his um his relationship with his Rancor, like the way he's been very merciful and things like that. You also don't know what's on the other side of that because we're only seeing obviously what they want us to see. Like I said, I would not be surprised if there is a switch that flips where you suddenly go, "Fuck, this guy is brutal. He's an absolute
Mm.
asshole. He is still a bad guy. This isn't just some guy trying to be good because he doesn't want to live the same life." You don't know, so maybe I don't think that they should stop making the shows about the bad guys because in our minds we always paint them as bad guys and that's it. But actually, what they did with the Tuscan Raiders, fuck me, I would have eaten up just multiple episodes of him living with them and
Mm.
just going through that because I fucking loved it. And the only real interaction you see with the Tuscan Raiders in like the original trilogy is Ben scaring the shit out of them, and they're it's like okay, great, right?
yeah,
Um, but
And then
but this is the
Anakin
thing.
smashing the shit out of them in the fucking prequels.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. But I like the fact that they're giving us a lot more context as opposed to just background characters which are just flat.
yeah. Because
And
now we know the Tuscan Raiders have like their own like ways and
yeah,
rituals and
yeah,
and things like that. So that's pretty fucking cool. Like
And we also know now the Jawas are hairy.
yes.
What?
yeah, I mean
When she
yeah,
was
that
talking
one
with the
was a bit fucking.
Jawas.
When you once said that, I was like, oh, she banged the Jawa.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
Tubbs is
going, all
thinking
right.
I've got a chance.
Choice is probably sparse enough out in the fucking desert to Tatooine, like to be
Yeah,
fair.
very true. Well, she does have
She
a
was
bunch of
pretty
droids
hairy
though.
too, to be fair. Like so.
Jesus. Woo. Anyway,
But yeah, like when the Gonk droid shows his feet rotated in. That's the big issue with Disney at the moment. They have to turn all the villains good. Maleficent, Cruella, and now Boba. I've not watched Maleficent or Cruella, to be fair.
oh, I've seen both.
I have to admit, I actually watched Cruella with my daughter, Grace,
I want
and
to watch it.
it's actually a pretty fucking entertaining movie.
I watched
But
about an hour of it, and I was
they kind of made her more of an anti-hero type character.
yeah,
And when
see,
you
that's
saw
the
her in
point
the
though. Why
original,
do they all have to be?
Yeah,
It
but
shouldn't have to. Every villain doesn't need sympathy, basically.
It's a bit
yes,
like
some
Wicked, right?
villains
There
are
are two
just
sides to
assholes.
every story. There are two sides to every story, and this is what Maleficent is doing as well. Like, if have you guys seen Wicked, the show?
No.
About Wizard of Oz. Like Wizard of Oz, you have the Wicked Witch of the West, right? Which is the Green Witch. Wicked obviously paints a backstory behind it, which completely turns
Agree.
the perception. And I think that they should. Um, yeah, I like seeing that perspective, but I do also see what people are saying. Like, okay, you're always going to just have that, but still like it.
That's fair enough. Connor says they should just avoid turning all villains into misunderstood, complex, nice guys. They did with Loki as well in the Marvel shows.
Good
He was
point.
a
They did.
vicious fucking asshole, and they
Mm.
made him good. And they were actually going to kill him off in Thor: The Dark World, but because the audience responded to him in Avengers, they decided not to.
Not to end it.
Bruno, Boba wanting to change is fine. It could be a good story, but the writing in this show makes him out to be a dumbass.
For now, and so here's
Yeah, I think as
I
a whole
agree.
it might be different.
Yeah, so I agree, Jonathan. Like we're seeing him being way more relaxed, way more or less shoot first, ask questions later kind of thing.
He's been very
And
Han Solo, so
yeah, well, Han did shoot first.
Connor, my God.
dude, he always shoots first. Do you remember when Darth Vader invited them?
I need more younglings.
Oh God, I just read it there.
Bruno must be really looking forward to the Vader show where he opens a fucking orphanage.
And then a barbecue right next to it. Cool.
I'll have an order 66, please.
Yeah.
Mando goes and gutting dudes like a fish, doing a flyby just to wave at the little Greedo kid. Boba could be still written as a major badass while not being an utter cunt. I did love how he made utter shit of that bike gang with the slave one.
Oh,
After the Sarlacc shit.
that was so good. That was just
That's Boba as a badass, like, as well.
But see, like, that's what I mean. Is like that's what I mean. Like if you get like, I think what Bruno's trying to get at is if you see more of that, and by the time this show ends, you see him do like that. That's his go-to. Is to just like fucking take these guys out.
Him being
You'd be like, yeah, fucking, that's fucking cool. But look, I'm all for fucking character development and showing fucking kind of. I've always said the best villains are the ones that think they're right. They're at their core.
Yeah.
I've always said they're the best villains, but I do agree when you're all painting them to be these complex fucking, oh no, I'm really a nice guy at heart, you just see my layers, and then you start talking about onions, and fucking Shrek pops into my brain, and fucking clue what's going on then. But you know what I mean? It's this thing of like, you gotta look at it that way.
Thanos was so well written because of that, because he's definitely the Mad Titan. The things that he wanted to do were fucking crazy and insane. And there is no way that even after his backstory, you'd kind of be like, yeah, okay, let's do it. But at some point in the movie, you kind of go, I don't agree with him, but fuck, I can kind of see why he's doing it.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm hoping.
Oh,
yeah.
Myself and Bruno had this discussion a long time ago.
But I said this I think I've said this to both of you as well. I totally agree with what you're saying, Bruno, because I've always said that about Man of Steel. One of the best things about that movie was Michael Shannon's side.
Yes.
Like, he's not a sympathetic villain. He's not a guy that has layers. He's a villain that believes what he's doing is correct.
Is right. Yeah.
And it's not. You know what I mean? At its core, he's the bad guy. He's the villain. But in his mind, what he's doing is for the greater good. They're the best villains, man.
But you know what I liked about Zod in that movie, actually? Going into like Man of Steel. 1, he was fucking brutal. 2, he adapted. Oh, there you go. There you go. There's the cameo. There's the cameo appearance. Is
you have to come in now? They're expecting the cameo.
There you go. What's funny is that both Tubbs and Grace are standing up.
Hello.
Hey, Grace. I'm so sorry, mate. So there you go. Thanos was right. Yeah. Where was I before I started going off on the? Oh,
you were talking about Shannon, Michael Shannon. Sad.
And the thing is, when he comes back, when he comes to Earth, it's not just him and his generals. Like, he brings the whole of the Kryptonians that are still alive with the intent of trying to build a new Krypton.
Yeah.
Like, he's not doing it to just be this, right? Like, I want to take over the world, or I just want to destroy stuff. No, I'm doing this because I want to create a new world for my population,
It's what would happen if we ever got off this planet. Like,
of course,
guys, this is ours now.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. We do this today in other countries. Like, everybody does. Like, look at the US. Like, fuck me. Oh, you've got oil. Oh, let's give you guys some freedom. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's steer the boat away from politics.
Sorry. Yeah, my bad.
But I do agree that that these shows do need to kind of like have their villains that are like that, but don't paint them. Just some characters you can change, because you know what I mean. Obviously, like with Boba, as even Brian was even saying, like the reason there's kind of differences in how he is because it seems like it's a redemption arc of sorts, you know. But not all the Star Wars villains can be painted like that. I mean, there's no redemption to some of them.
I think that's what Connor
wasn't
is
exactly
saying.
a true villain anyway. He's more.
I know he was just the bounty hunter for hire.
Connor,
But when you
I'd back
watch the original
Thanos
movies, you would never
100%.
put Boba Fett down as one of the good guys. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
He always fell into that kind of like the bad guy camp, like. But I do like that they're kind of doing something different with him. But that was my main worry with this show, was like, would it ruin the mystique of Boba Fett by the time that they finish it? It might not. They might, as Bruno said, they might come out guns fucking swinging, guns blazing next week,
Swing
and
your guns.
completely fucking redeem any of the quips that people have had, including myself, of this show.
I don't know, maybe, and maybe they won't. And you know what? That has to be all right too.
Yeah.
Connor says, I'd back Thanos 100%. You see, my only problem with Thanos is he may have gotten rid of 50% of the world, but 4 years later, them fuckers came back. He didn't get the job done.
It's true.
If you're getting rid of half the world, you got to keep them gone, my friend.
Yeah. I mean, in his defense, fucking time travel. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And I like the actual, and not to start talking about all this now, like, but I actually liked the method of time travel they used. Do you know, rather than taking stuff back and then you can change the future or whatever. I like all the split timelines and stuff. It seems more like something that would actually happen if it was real than the Back to the Future argument.
I think I can appreciate that comment, actually. I see what
The
you're saying.
only thing I will say is that, like, talking about time travel in movies is like bringing up religion. We're going to be split. Like I watched Infinity War and Endgame, and man, I fucking love it. They're two of my favorite films.
Jonathan, keep it up, my friend. I love it.
No, but I will still sit here and kind of go, like,
7, Rob Zombie, and time travel. I want that list full by the time we're finished here.
I know, yeah, fuck's sake, like. But I know, but like when I watch those movies, like especially with Endgame, I by the time it ends, I'm kind of going, there's a lot of fucking unanswered questions and stupid kind of scenarios that like this is made out of. Same with Back to the Future though. Back to the Future is kind of like it's like I'm kind of going like,
if you actually proper analyze it, Back to the Future is going to be like full of fucking holes as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, like to this day, I'm still kind of going like, what would have happened if he actually did fuck his ma? Like how bad would that have fucked up that sequel? Do you know what I mean?
He would be
only you, Tubbs.
He wouldn't be his own grandpa. No, he would be his own.
Yeah, exactly. He would then be
grandpa.
He would then be the Steve Rogers of the Endgame.
Oh my god! Oh my god! No. Okay, we really need to move away from this one.
Yeah.
Move away. Move away.
You know, when I watched Endgame the first time, when was it Thor went in and Brie Larson held Thanos and Thor lopped off his head. The whole cinema was like, I thought a better solution, and I know I probably knew at the time that the time travel was coming.
Cut off Brie Larson's head.
The solution would have been someone else appearing worse than Thanos, maybe.
After Thanos, like, instead of bringing him back. Because the only thing, when you think about it, Brian, like in Infinity War, Marvel literally created one of the best villains and the best argumentative fucking plots and drives that villain had, and his plan and what he had set out to do and his reasonings and all that. And then when they went and time traveled and brought him and he came back, he became a generic villain.
Yeah, but his reasoning for becoming a generic villain was,
because it didn't work the first time. That's what I mean. But like,
but not only that, don't forget that they went back to like a while back, right? The Thanos that you see isn't the Thanos that has been through.
Oh no, that's what I mean. Is but in the proof of the movies,
exactly,
he wasn't that same well thought out villain, and that was genius, because if they had brought him back and he was still like 50%, you were going to go.
Yeah, but to that point, imagine if somebody showed you your future, and
I agree. I think it's way better they did that.
You'd be like, if I'm going to be a millionaire, I'm just going to fucking do whatever the fuck I want to do because I'm going to be a millionaire. And then your whole personality changes so you don't become a millionaire.
Because but that's what I liked about the whole Thanos thing in Endgame, is that they did actually like take that on board and go like, all right, if he's coming back, like, and now he has the knowledge that his initial plan didn't work. So now I just got to be a generic villain and fucking kill everybody and take it all over. And I was like,
I think he wasn't even like, he's like, you know what? I gave you a chance. Fuck you.
But that's what I mean. But by that point, he just becomes he himself becomes that generic villain, because he was like, "Fuck it, I was going to do this in such a way that I was going to like, as we were saying about like, villains having that motivation of in their head they're right." But then he gets the knowledge of like, oh well, man, it didn't fucking work. What's the point? I'm just gonna fuck these guys up. And I'm like, when all else fails, become a generic villain, and that's the fucking road you take when you're a bad guy.
Back to the Future was perfect.
I fucking love Back to the Future.
Plot holes in that's kind
Hell no, that's comedy gold. Are you mad? Terminator was pretty good for a time travel story with no plot holes until they went past the second one. After that, it fell to pieces.
T2 is one of the best.
Yeah, but I mean, I still think, Jonathan, if you look hard enough with Terminator, you'll still find plot holes there, man.
Oh, probably, but who gives a fuck?
But yeah, exactly. Who gives a fuck, right? You know?
So,
like, what about Hot Tub Time Machine? Fucking.
So we've 20 minutes left. Do you want to talk about Peacemaker a little bit?
Well, we can try and talk about Peacemaker without spoilers. How about that?
It's fucking awesome. That's it.
So I'll tell you what. If we're wrapping up, I can fuck off and I'll let you guys do this if you want.
No, there's not there's only one scene I want to talk about, and
go for it. Like, I'll tell you what.
That's the list scene. You know it, Tubbs.
What is it?
The list scene.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
That's all.
I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna.
That scene, and as I was even saying, I said it to my brother earlier. I was like, because he was actually asking me about the show, and I was like, and I was even saying that there's a scene in this episode. I think it's episode 5. Is this week's one where he just has this list. He starts rambling off this list.
So before you go, Bruno,
I'm not listening. I'm trying to ignore you guys, so you're fine. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay.
No, we're going to move on to figures.
Figures.
So,
I'm listening.
Batman. Here's the Batman.
Okay, we're gonna skip over it.
Fucking horrendous. Actually, the Penguin doesn't look bad. Actually,
this doesn't look bad.
Yeah, but do you want to know why? Do you want to know why the Penguin doesn't look that bad? Is because the Penguin doesn't even look like Colin Farrell, so they couldn't fuck up Colin Farrell's likeness.
Let's look at these in the pictures.
Do you know?
So this one isn't bad.
No, like the Robert Pattinson Batman costume, the entire costume, that's actually a solid figure. Like that's a really solid figure. But then he has the fucking weird side-eye thing that McFarlane is doing on all the figures now.
Fuck me, why does he do this with all the figures?
That's a really good fucking figure. I know, I think that is the statue. I think the...
this does actually look
This guy's going out scrubbing windows.
But I mean, like when they have their masks on, they're pretty solid. Like they're good versions. It's the unmasked versions, which I don't understand why they fucking did it.
Here's what I will say about McFarlane figures. These might be action figures, but fuck me, the posability on some of these are just horrendous.
But
honestly.
this is why I left it so long to talk about these, because
does this actually? Can you actually even move his left arm? Does he have any joint on his left arm? He doesn't.
Well, see, I think these are the statues, Brian.
Yeah.
I don't think these are the actual.
Backwards again. But the reason
I do know him, he's the action figure.
See, this has a bend at the elbow, so this is an action figure.
A single joint, yeah. They're not great.
But I think the other ones were probably statues, which I mean they're probably the same for all of the other figures. But
well,
this
I'm
guy
only looking because
have just as a generic, like his generic guy, right?
Mm.
Well, I mean, Colin Farrell.
Wait, go back one. He has the finger blaster fingers. Look, throw.
do you want to know why?
Worth the price of admission.
Because he's a gangster, man. He's got to have a gun. But what does McFarlane figures not have anymore? Guns.
In his defense, that is not McFarlane, actually.
Like now, see this version.
That is DC.
Shocking. Like it just looks horrible. Like
he looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Look at
that.
No,
do you know what he looks like? Do you know what he looks like, guys?
Oh my god.
He looks like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo in a Batman costume.
Who?
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo in a Batman costume.
Hey, Scoobs are going on another adventure.
But like, I don't know. It just like I do appreciate the whole eye makeup thing and everything else that they put on it. I mean, but it just, I don't know. It just doesn't work without the cowl. And same with Catwoman.
She doesn't look too bad. But them
legs,
she looks long legs again, like they're terrible.
But once again, why the fuck are these being sold? One is unmasked and the other one is masked. It's obviously, I appreciate he's trying to make money. but it's such a waste. It is actually such a waste. It's like massive.
they're just, for lack of a better term, they're just scabby bastards, basically.
They are.
Um,
They
Like
really,
that
really are.
statue there, that one, that version. I actually would like that.
like
Get it. You can probably get that one. What is that? 12-inch? Yeah,
I
that's
think
12.
so. I mean, yeah.
but like there's what I've seen
Yeah, that's
a lot lately, and what I wanted to bring up with the McFarlane thing is what I'm beginning to see lately in a lot of the figure groups is there's so many people coming with breakages from McFarlane figures.
Yes, on
Yeah,
Swamp
there's a
Thing
lot
as
of them.
well.
There's a lot of them, yeah.
I've seen a
Like,
lot on Swamp Thing, which is surprising.
and there's a Batman as well that I think Comics and Cocktails were doing a recall or something on it even.
Yeah, it's
Even
the
for him, like.
Batman. I think it's the
Yeah.
year one Batman.
But yeah, that
It's the
one.
one with the cowl, the
There's
big
a lot,
kind of spawn like cowl.
but there's a lot of them. There's a lot of other
Oh.
figures as well, and people are going mad over it. Like so, like not only is he putting out statues now, but he's putting out really
Yeah.
shitty quality ones as well. And that used to
Fuck.
happen a lot in the old ones. You couldn't look at them and something would fall off of it, like some of the older Spawn figures.
He hasn't learned. Well, you know what? I think people vote with their wallets. The reality is, I would actually like to see a DC line done by Hasbro, because I don't think McFarlane
I would love a
has.
DC line by Hasbro. I'd buy more if I'm honest.
Well,
Whilst we're on
oh,
Hasbro, whilst we're on Hasbro news, did you see
yeah.
they redid? They have a new contract for Star Wars to do
No.
more Black Series and all that stuff, and they now have a contract to make 6-inch Indiana Jones figures.
Oh fuck. No, I'm okay.
I want a few. I want to see what they do first before I say anything. But
I mean,
I would like.
I'm sure it'll be good. Don't get me wrong. And what you're gonna
The
get? What,
4-inch line was awesome. The ones they did a few years back.
oh, I
You
don't
could,
think I ever saw those ones. To be fair,
like you
but
could get the Nazis and the fucking all the figures from all
you
the
seemed
different
way too
movies.
excited when you found out you could get Nazi figures there, Brian.
I knew you'd say that.
Zig Heil. Anyway,
Wow.
yeah, that's that. There you go.
It's been that kind of show tonight, right?
Yeah, it really has. It's just like the fucking humor on this. Like, come on, turn on the gas oven, boys. Anyway,
And yes, your wishes are command, Damien. We can squeeze it
yeah.
in.
So, are there any pictures, or do we know, or they've
Nothing
just been
yet.
approved for the license?
Just the announcement. Like there is the new
Okay.
film coming out. Is it next year or this year? It's coming out. Maybe this year.
Oh fuck! I didn't even know there was a new movie coming out. That's
I
how.
did
Harrison
see-
Ford mangled himself last year.
I did
filming
see
it.
a picture
Oh,
online. You know,
yes, I
I
did
don't
remember that.
know. I don't know what company is making it, but it
There's
made me
nothing
giddy
made
as
by Hasbro
fuck.
yet, anyway.
Which one?
Um,
Whilst we're on it,
It-
like Friends. Oh, Friends. Are you guys fans of the Crystal Skull movie?
No, I fucking hated it.
oh god,
Wait.
oh Jesus, it's the worst.
I fucking
Wait.
hated Crystal Skull.
Fucking
mind it.
Shia LaBeouf swinging through the fucking the
Take
I
it
woods
couldn't give
like
a shit.
Tarzan.
I couldn't give
Fine.
it. I couldn't give a flying fuck about that. I just thought, why the fuck are you bringing a? Oh no, I fucking
I
hated the
liked that
whole.
they brought aliens into it.
Oh no,
No,
It's like, well,
I
I-
personally did not
Trouble,
like that
no?
movie. I really, really hated
no,
it.
I can't. I can't stand it. I actually.
It was
really
it was
hated
on
it.
over Christmas, right? That's the reason I brought it up as well. It was on over
But
Christmas.
no,
and
the,
like,
the picture I was on about
like
the
this, I'm gonna
the
watch it,
figure
please.
thing. I'll actually
Mhm.
find out what company's making it, but I saw it online the other day. It's actually Valcor from Neverending Story.
Oh, the dog
The
dragon.
fucking the white dog. I
Big
mean,
fan.
to God, man, I'm gonna fucking buy the shit out of that thing. Man.
Valcor, not Valcor.
What did I call it?
Valcor.
Did you say Valcor or Falcor?
It's Falcor.
I did say Valcor. Fucking hell, fuck me.
I loved that
Um,
fucking dog when I was a child.
You know
I
what?
had a big
I-
massive
so-
like do you know what I mean? Get, like cuddly toys, generic
Yeah.
ones, and I had a massive like white one. And
Yeah.
I called it Falcor.
Yeah.
It went
So
everywhere. with
his-
me.
What's the fucking character's name?
Falcor? Falcor.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. Yeah.
You know what my memories
sorry.
of Neverending Story were as a kid? You'd go to a friend's house, or your parents would go there, and then like all the kids would fuck off to a room because the parents would have rented out like a VHS of like all of these kids' movies, and that's all you guys would kind of watch for the day. Like, fuck off, we're locking you guys in. If you need to take a shit, tough, do it in the corner. And I just remember
Well,
watching
how
bits and
convenient.
pieces of the Neverending Story, and
And Tubbs used to melt stuff.
yeah, exactly. And I say not that long ago, probably like 5,
maybe a bit longer, 7 years ago. I tried rewatching it and I fell asleep. I could not get through it. I was like,
You see,
It's
you watched the
it's a
never-ending
good
story of
fucking
Mando while
movie, dude.
high.
I mean, like I can't get my kids to watch it. Like I'll just tell you, like they're like, oh, that's too old. But
Like you,
I
Daddy.
fucking love it. Like I love it, and
have they
it's
watched
always the scene.
Princess Bride?
Yeah, fucking Andrew the Giant, man, fucking
Yeah.
great crack.
And do they like
I
it?
have that. Yeah, I like it, man. I like it. Yeah.
See, this is.
I mean, I don't
I'm
think
telling-
it's aged well. I don't. Or I
I'm-
genuinely don't think it's.
I'm
And it
telling you,
says
it is not-
earphones
it
in,
is-
lights off, going into lurker mode, and asleep to the sound of tubs.
Oh
That's
yeah,
nightmare
Yeah.
fuel, man. I wouldn't be doing that.
that's the sound of tubs having a wank under the teacup.
I'm so glad that I can
no,
fucking, you know,
no.
bring you the lurker mode, Connor.
But this is.
do
I
not.
don't think it is like the kids thinking it's too old, because if they watch Princess Bride and they're like, no, we can't watch like Never Ending Story. I'm gonna say it's a Never Ending Story thing, man. Like, done. I'm gonna shaft that movie. Fuck it.
Brian, there are only 2 Terminator movies, correct?
Yeah.
And Dilster says,
I'll be honest, and I know I'm going to get hate in the comments for this.
Back to the Future, agreed.
Terminator Salvation kind of has a weird place in my heart.
It's because Christian Bale shouted at everyone, isn't it?
Probably, yeah, maybe, yeah. Maybe that's what it is. But I actually, I don't know. I like that movie.
Dilster, I'd be worried they would just fuck it up badly. Yeah, they should not fucking touch Back to the Future.
No, they don't need to.
Cannot.
Leave it alone.
Do you
They
know
will
your
be
fucking
looking
self
at
if they
what
make
they're
it, they're going to
looking at.
cast Tom Holland and fucking Robert Downey Jr. anyway.
Oh shit.
I'd be okay with that.
That's actually not a bad casting, I have to say. But no,
I have
please
to
do not
say,
fucking
though,
touch it.
When I was at the cinema the other night, we went to see Scream or whatever, and I saw that Uncharted trailer. It just looks so bad. Tom
I
Holland
actually-
should be nowhere near that role.
I want to watch it. I haven't actually seen the last trailer, but I still want to watch it, mainly because I've been playing the game again, and not the PS5 version, because fuck you guys, I'm not paying 50 quid for an upgrade.
You
of,
did
like-
not? Did you not see if you had bought the PS4 versions,
I bought
Not
the
even getting on
this
Plus.
you get like a
version.
40 quid discount or something? You only
Yeah.
paid tenner to get the PS5.
So
upgrades.
ages ago, I bought the disc version, and when I sold one of my PS4s, I said to the guy, "Hey, have this game. It's really good. You'll like it." And so I just haven't played the game for ages. And then when we got the PlayStation Plus, and then I think they gave us the Uncharted collection and things like that, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Now I don't need to have that stuff. And I was reading like some of the things, and it says, if you haven't bought the game, if it's just based on PlayStation Plus or whatever it is, you do not get the upgrade. And I'm like, or you do not get the £10 upgrade. I'm like,
Yeah, just
fuck
being
you guys.
dicks, basically.
yeah. And so here's the thing: I would be willing to pay £10 for that upgrade, but I'm
Yeah.
not gonna pay 50 quid for that. Like,
No.
it is
Well, I
not
mean,
worth it.
Those
Even the
games are
£10
good
I would
enough
have.
without the upgrade, man. Do you know what I mean?
They are.
Yeah,
so
I don't need a
playing,
fucking coat of paint
No.
to play these games.
no. So I'm playing through Uncharted 4 again.
Yeah.
And I am just banging through the chapters, and I just keep thinking to myself, like, I want to explore every nook and cranny. I want to have as many interactions as I can with the brother, with Sully, and just talk wherever I can talk, because it's a fucking masterpiece of a video game.
Yeah, it's so
Um,
good, man. Yeah.
It's not better. It is not better than The Last of Us or The Last of Us Part 2, but it
No.
is the Indiana Jones of PlayStation 4 games, or of
Ooh.
PlayStation games. That's what I will say.
I'd go so far as to put it in that vein, man, because they're fucking they're adventure games at their core. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
they're fucking and they're so fucking good. Like them. I mean, I would say 4. No, see, it's hard to say because there's certain sections of 3 I fucking love, and then there's certain sections of 2 I love.
3 are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
Probably
they're
on
fucking
par.
unbelievable.
Agreed.
And then 4 was just a masterpiece in its own right. And even
Two-
Lost Legacy had its moments.
I never played it, but so here's the thing.
Neither
I
have I.
remember I played the first Uncharted, and I could not get through it because I just thought it was so repetitive. Go, jump, shoot, jump. And then when they
They're
did
all like that
Uncharted,
though when you boil it down.
absolutely, but when they brought Uncharted 2, they did that, but made it way more cinematic, and I was like, fuck.
But
I'm hooked.
the crazy
This-
thing
this-
about it
This
was
is basically-
it was like they
Yeah.
learned their lesson on the second one because the game is actually the shortest of the original trilogy, but it's
What,
got some of
Uncharted
the Yeah, it's the shortest of the three,
Oh,
but it's actually got some of the biggest set pieces in out of all three games, minus maybe the plane section in the third game. But even then, like when you're hanging out the side of the train and everything, and the whole fucking shebang. And in 4, then they kind of found a way to blend it all together.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
4, when you drive into Madagascar and you see that fucking huge volcano, and the game appreciates itself to the point where it stops and it lets you take that in. And I got to the point where you're playing this game and you like towards the end you're obviously getting closer to the pirates and you climb up into these sections. I got to the point where I stopped playing the game and I was just appreciating like the scenery.
Yeah.
Like there's a bit in the pirate town which I remember I took a screenshot of this shit on the PlayStation 4, and I was tempted to take another screenshot because you're in this pirate island. It's like the area where they kind of doing all of the planning and shit like that. And there's this giant tree, and there's water like falling down on some of the rocks, but it's a subtle fall. It's like you see that glimmer, and then there's a ray. Yeah, and there you go. And then there's like a ray of sunshine that just comes through. Fuck me, it looks real. Like it just looks real. It just looks
puts you there.
Yeah, and man, I fucking appreciate a game that does that for me.
You should really check out Lost Legacy, because Lost Legacy is kind of it's not as long as the other games, but the set pieces in it are amazing. There's one section in it, and I won't tell you what it is, but with an elephant, and man,
Lost Legacy.
There's a section in it. You get to a certain point. There's an elephant there, and man, visually, it's fucking gorgeous. The whole thing of this entire sequence where you are with the two characters, it just looks so fucking good. And this isn't even PS fucking 5, man. Do you know?
This is the crazy thing. Imagine that game made in PS5 technology with everything that they have. By the way, we're going off of a massive rant here, Brian. By the way.
Yeah, I'm going to go through the comments now in a minute, guys, and close it up.
Yeah, sure.
So, yeah, we can.
So, can I just throw one more thing in there before we head to the comments?
Yeah.
Go on.
Peacemaker's opening intro, the song.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's one of the greatest fucking things I've seen in fucking years. It's have you seen that, Bruno? Right?
I haven't seen any of it. I need.
Okay. Dude, you don't even have to wreck it. You can just go on YouTube and type in Peacemaker opening intro and watch it. It's like a minute long. It's the same in every episode. It's fucking amazing.
So,
oh wow!
Jonathan says, "How is McFarlane so bad at DC figures? The Spawn figures all look amazing. The Spawn figures don't really have really human faces, though, do they?
Yeah, but they've got their faces are kind of covered, like. Do you know what I mean? To be fair, so.
Please, okay. Somebody just sent me a meme which I need to bring up. Please.
Damien said Riddler, okay too.
Yeah.
Fuck, this is good.
Unmasked figures being separate figures is bullshit. Yes, 100%.
I agree, yep. Jonathan. They should be selling those heads.
Amazing.
Oh fucking
that's
hell.
Fucking top notch.
Oh, that's top tier.
Oh man. God.
So
I can't
funny.
believe.
I love it. That's ridiculously funny.
Sly says, "Oinks, Raggy."
Once, Raggy.
Sly, best to leave yours in the box. Sad sack from the Raggy dolls will have company soon with this live. Tom Pine says, "I'm so done with McFarlane figures. Bought Batman, bought the Robin and Red Sun. I've had my fill now." Yeah, they're not anything really. Will the indie figures be 6-inch or they were just reissued the 4-old? Yeah, they're doing 6-inch ones as well. I'm not sure if they'll bother doing with the 4-inch because the time when they were making the last Indiana Jones, they were doing way more like Marvel Universe and they had the Star Wars ones as well. There wasn't many 6-inch figures around at all. Tammy says Zimmer Friend Indiana versus Mads Mikkelsen. There are 2 Terminator movies, 3 indie movies, and 7 Star Wars movies. I'm guessing prequel trilogy. No, I'm gonna guess the old trilogy, Rogue One.
Yep,
that's 4. So 3 more: Force Awakens, Phantom Menace, and Revenge of the Sith. is your 7, I'm going to guess. 3 hits would be Mola Ram, Salah, and Dad for starters. That's from the indie line. Brian Tubbs doesn't know what massive means.
Oh, that's harsh. Anything over
That's
4
so
foot.
fucking mean. Jonathan Redmond.
Sony are masters of the third-person action adventure game. Everyone they put
Yeah.
out is a classic. 100%
Horizon Zero Dawn
agree.
coming up next.
Stone Cold.
God, new God of War and everything. Like
Oh,
Anyone who
yes.
skips the Peacemaker intro is a soulless fuck. Yeah.
no. I agree. It is one of the. James Gunn managed
good.
to make an entrance to a show that you cannot fucking skip. It's just too good.
That's bang on. So he says prequels, original trilogy, and Rogue One. That was my first guess, but I thought Attack of the Clones. I'd replace that with Force Awakens
Yeah.
because I hate Attack of the Clones. The
It
worst.
was
Oh, Attack of the
it
Clones
was
is the
so
worst.
unnecessary. It was so
Oh,
unnecessary.
like this is why without going into another big topic, this is why I'm looking forward to Obi-Wan so much because it took him so many years to get over the back injuries he had from carrying that fucking trilogy.
Oh fuck yeah!
Ewan McGregor, what a legend. Make the meme. Yeah, it is bang on about McFarlane stuff.
Oh yeah, bang on.
But
By the way, I didn't know, but that is actually an original from Leanne Hobbs. I did not know. So
oh, she made it herself.
yeah.
she
I'll
she
give
bought
you-
quite a few of them actually, didn't she?
Oh, they're just fucking horrendous, man. I
Well,
I bought like 4 McFarlane figures and just refused to buy anymore. Just fuck that.
Like I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, I don't buy them all. Like I'm Brian leaving tell you, I'm very selective with what I get. Joe, there's certain ones like I want to get the Batman Beyond, and Joe, there's certain ones like Bizarro, like the Bizarro figure I got. Like I really wanted that.
That
you know?
Bizarro is a good figure, though. To be fair,
Jar Jar
it
Binks
looks
is the
good.
greatest Star Wars character ever. Misa think you're talking shit, boy. Oh, hail the Phantom Menace. I like parts of the Phantom Menace though.
But that's the worst thing about it, man. Is you liked parts. It's not.
There are so many
Yeah.
boring and stupid parts in
Like,
it. But
I know people that hate Revenge of the
is it
Sith.
Duel of the Fates? Is it Duel of the Fates when that starts?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that entire
That's the
sequence is just
end.
fucking magic. You know?
Oh, it's fucking.
You don't like
beautiful.
that?
Hmm?
You don't like Duel of the Fates?
I love it. I fucking
Yeah, but
love
that's what I'm
that.
saying. It's just
I
The
could,
worst
fucking
part
I,
amazing.
is
I could easily just listen to that song without
See, the worst part of
watching
that
anything,
is
and I see everything because it's.
the worst part of that though is that they cut it between Anakin
Oh,
going, "Woo!" shooting fucking.
I hated that.
stormtroopers,
I agree.
or wherever the fuck it was.
I wanted one entire sequence of that, and I would have been okay.
There is someone else cut it
Actually,
together though.
Did
Did
you notice that in the Mando, the book of Mando, this week?
No.
Do you know when he's flying the ship
When
and then
Naboo's
he gets
Starfighter.
back and then she was like, "How was it?" And he was like, "Wizard."
Oh, yeah.
Do you know that that's a throwback to young Anakin?
Is it?
Yeah, he says
I
that
didn't-
when he flies the ship.
I didn't know that. I actually.
Hmm.
Oh, this is so wizard. Yeah, he does. Oh,
Yeah, he
I
does.
will
He
say
fucking
though,
says it.
that episode before, just to finish off, that episode just had everything Star Warsy for me. The dark saber fight. It's like a lightsaber
Yeah.
fight. It had the space bit where he's going through. Was it Smuggler's Canyon? Is it called?
Yeah, Smuggler's
That
Canyon. Yeah.
was fucking class where he was flying through that. And I had a
Actually-
smile on my face for 90% of that episode, I would say.
You know
Yeah,
what
no,
I love
I-
about that ship when he gets approached by the X-wings, and he fucks off, and they're like, "Oh, how did you do this? His hyper engines didn't go," and he's like, "Yeah, that's not his hyper engines."
And he's
You're
like, typical Irish Gardy. What do we follow him? Well, do you want to fill out papers at home for the rest of the week? I mean,
That's what I was fucking thinking. It was more like fucking something an Irish guy would do, like, you know. But one thing I will
Amazing.
say about the book of Boba, we were talking about Peacemaker intro there a few
Yeah.
minutes ago. The outro to the Boba Fett show, I love the fucking music.
Oh, the ending.
Da hum da hum da. That whole fucking, it's just so fucking good. It's really fucking great. Like, but
and to
yeah,
mention
so I mean,
Jar Jar, and he toned down by 50%, and that film will be up there with Empire Strikes Back. Interesting. I love the pod race as well, to be honest. There's lots
But-
of fantastic parts in it. There's
I'll
nothing
be
in
honest
Clone
about
Wars
it.
for me.
When you look back, I hated that. Like, when you look back at the lore, right, in history, I hate knowing that Darth Vader at one point in time had the nickname Annie.
Little,
Hey, Annie.
little,
Good
little,
little old
little.
Annie.
What's worse is that he got called Little Orphan Annie.
Yes,
Like,
right.
But
And
like,
then,
fuck.
I've
the
seen all
worst
those
villain of the
sequels.
entire original fucking trilogy was born, Princess fucking Amidala. She fucking like groomed him from fucking being 9 years old, and then like
Yeah,
fucked him
true.
and had kids.
The whole
Padme
Padme
is a
relation,
fucking
the Padme relationship, where at the end of Phantom Menace, he you see him in like his Jedi, like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm an apprentice kind of thing, and he looks up at her, and he looks down at him, and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna bang you. It's like, for fuck's sake, like, the grooming
and the
is,
grooming began, man. You know.
yeah,
And you
When I
know
came
what
on
the
to Phantom
worst
Menace
part
in the
was?
cinema,
We
I thought
spent
it was
the
really good.
entire trilogy looking at fucking Palpatine, going, "Oh, he's the evil
Yeah.
one," and while Amidala's in the background going, "Hey, I'm gonna have me
Yeah.
some Jedi balls," you know.
exactly.
She's the villain, dude. She like a lot of people fucking said to me before, "You're fucking mental." I was like, "Look at the movies again." Like she fucking, you know. I know
Yeah.
he went stalker central when he hit puberty, like, but she fucking kind of,
Yeah.
you know.
Exactly.
Oh, Annie, don't look at me like this.
Mike,
Oh, come
Anyway,
over and
I
sit
will
on
also
my
say
nice
Jake
rug.
Jake Lloyd's acting was so bad. You have to admit it was.
Poor guy got bullied into oblivion for it.
I know.
That was
It
horrible.
sucks. That side is horrible. I'm not saying people should be bullied, but you
That's down
have
to
to
George
admit.
Lucas. He's acting as well, by the way.
Oh god, but the acting was so fucking. Are you an angel? Oh.
Like,
Imagine
I
if
know
Phantom
it was the
Menace was made
script
instead of
as
the
well
kid.
as the acting in like the Clone War and the Attack of the Clones, but fuck me, that movie sucked major balls.
Not
It
even
was
the
unnecessary.
like when Yoda came waddling into that room with Dooku or whatever and started
Yeah.
flying around the place like a CGI fucking ferret or whatever the fuck he was.
No.
A lot of people were like, "Oh my god, it's so cool!" But I thought it was fucking shite.
No, it was genuinely, and this is the thing, right? It's the worst of the trilogy. And the Phantom Menace is there as well. The Phantom Menace, when you think back, is
Yeah,
not a great
Phantom-
fucking movie,
I would
No,
say
I like
Revenge of the
the
Sith.
Phantom Menace. Being
but
honest,
it's much better than Attack of the Clones.
I
Phantom
would say
Menace
Revenge of the
better
Sith is
than
perfect.
I
three
love
of-
that movie.
It's
I don't
better
care what
than
anyone
the
says. I know it's
Thundercats.
flawed as fuck, and I know it's got its issues.
No.
But there's levels to that movie where I'm really
I
gonna
think
go.
we should
I
come
like
back
this
on and do
fucking
another
flick.
Star Wars chat about the prequels. Actually,
We fucking should. So very quick, Revenge of the Sith. I like everything about that movie. I think it's good. Maybe except the
Yeah.
whole my heart's broken and I'm dying and we live
But
in
that's
what I
mean,
this
is it is
hyperdrive.
flawed.
But you can't-
no.
Yeah, but you can't fix me. All right, great. So let's say 90% of that movie is perfect. Then you have the Phantom Menace, which I'd say 60% of the movie is actually really good. I could do
Yeah.
without all of the trade bullshit personally. Like, just fucking get rid of that shit. I want to see like pew pews going fucking ape shit. That's what I want to see.
Pew
And
pews
then-
and Jedi
I
swinging
like the whole
lightsabers.
Gungan armies all fighting the fucking droids and stuff. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, but even that fight does not hold up nowadays. If you look at that fight, that looks like a PS3 game.
Yeah, the CGI is not good now. Like,
Yeah,
It
it's
does
it's
not
really
hold
bad.
up.
Like,
a
And the
lot of the
mountains
movies
just look
around that
so
time
shit.
didn't hold up.
No, well, no, I suppose. And then Attack of the Clones, like fuck, maybe 20% of the movie is good, and you got a good meme out of it. Hello there,
and
General
to be
Kenobi.
fair, Attack of the Clones has that big, huge fucking like fucking Jedi battle at the end of it, and it's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
fucking
It just
terrible.
looked terrible.
You know?
Yeah, but even that Jedi battle is such an intro just to like the TV show for Lucas. No. Okay.
Yep, no
I'm-
tubs. Rewatch the Phantom Menace again. It's crazy how well it holds up. But yeah, we're definitely gonna maybe do this next week or the week after.
Mm.
Whenever you're both free again, we'll do
Yeah, man.
a deep dive on the prequels because that could be fun. And
Yeah.
I'd
like,
be up for that.
I'll be honest,
I'd-
like I've hated Clone Wars since I saw it the very first time. I've seen it several times since. It's never changed my opinion.
Ah.
I liked the Phantom Menace, didn't like it, liked it. I've always liked Revenge of the Sith. But we can break
Revenge
it
of
down
the
why.
But Revenge of the Sith to me is Empire of the prequels.
The
It's
only thing about Clone War or fucking Attack of the Clones I enjoyed was Kenobi and Jango Fett on Camino. That the visuals in that
Yeah.
were amazing.
Yeah.
Other than that,
That
meh.
was almost
And did
Blade
it-
Runner-esque. That was almost
But
Blade
that was
yeah,
the
it
problem
was.
with
It
it.
was. The whole
you
rain
get
and
that, you
nighttime
get that
rain.
entire sequence and those visuals, right? You're like, this is fucking class. And then it jumps back to the other fucking scenes where it's like, Annie, stop looking at me, but I like sand. What? I don't like sand. And it's like, oh, fucking, I was like, oh man, this is rubbish. Like, this is just the worst. I feel my mother's presence. Let's fuck off to the fucking desert, even though we were told to
No.
stay here. And then
Yeah.
I killed all of
Yeah,
those
people suck
fuckers,
and Lucas
stabbed
is
all the
really
women, children, and kids. I still want to have your babies, Anakin. You know?
Yeah.
Like, he literally that was their first red flag. Like, I just fucking murdered a ton of kids, but like, I'll still
Yeah.
bang you. Cool, put a baby in me. You know?
Oh,
Like, that should have been her fucking intro to Run. Like, that would mean she's like, oh, I'm gonna jog off and see if, you know, Mace Windu let me like have another fucking Jedi to watch me.
anyway,
know?
guys, thank you as always for
Alright.
putting up with Tubbs. I don't know how he gets in every week.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm
You
kidding.
don't know
weeks
how he
I'm a
gets it
little
in every
more
week.
unleashed.
A step
But
ladder. Hey.
honestly, guys,
Okay.
thanks again for hopping on and having the bands
Yeah.
with us. We shall be back next week, next Monday. I quite like this Monday stuff because it's a lot easier than Sunday for me personally. Anyway, I don't know about you guys, but
Sometimes it works, sometimes it just doesn't because it works.
exactly.
Yeah,
Shit
you know,
happens.
look, come here, Joe. This is
Life
all a
gets in the
balanced
way.
act for all of us anyway.
But
You know,
yeah. So
the only
that's
one that
the
can't
end
show
of
up is Brian
our
because,
live
you
stream.
know, he makes the show work.
Yeah.
Well, somebody has
Exactly.
to stick the electric collar on your tubs.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would actually
just
pay
press
to
the
watch
button.
that. I would
Yes,
actually
so would
pay.
I.
You know what? Every time Tubbs says the words "cunt," Brie Larson, or brings up PS5, I would actually pay to have like, I don't know, just yeah.
One of
Oh,
my
actually,
uncles has
before
the
we
shock
go,
collar for a dog,
speaking
and I
of
would
Brie
pay
Larson, I had a moment on the internet
Oh, no.
yesterday, which
You
fucking made
wanked to
me.
her.
Was it Marvel?
She put up a fucking post online this week. It was like Shirley Temple, right? And it was like, oh, Shirley Temple
Oh,
could
God.
not. And she never finished the sentence. It was one of those things. It was a picture of Brie Larson, young and now old, and the fucking internet ripped her to fucking shreds, man.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, oh,
what?
what? It was like, oh, what? Shirley Temple could what? Not play a better Captain Marvel than you because all this kind of shit. They were like, oh, fucking, you're rubbish and ugly, and oh man, it was just fucking crazy. It made my heart pump with joy all over. I was like, look at the internet embracing you, you hateful
Look.
wench.
So she actually shits on Shirley Temple.
From a
I think she was trying to be Brie Larson clever, and it backfired massively. Like,
she did not think that through, obviously.
okay, 100% did not. It was like the whole. It showed a picture of. It was a picture of herself, young and older, and it's a kind of like, oh, Shirley Temple couldn't even or something. Oh, it was so fucking cool to see Twitter rip her apart. Like,
You were evil, Tubbs. Anyway,
I'm not evil, man. I just don't think she's an asshole. So
makes sense. I imagine Tubbs has that infamous Randy from South Park ectoplasm meme. Oh God, no.
everywhere.
Anyway,
Splunk.
we'll end on that, I guess.
All right.
See you later, guys. Check out all the videos and stuff during the week.
Cool.
I'll be reviewing Chrome Dome.
We'll be back next Monday to talk about all the pop culture goodness, kids.
Yep. So see you in the next one, guys. Bye.
Boy.
Bye.
Wave, skip your fingers.